Okay, it's footy time, but we're not allowed to stream it. So, to hear today's AFL action, use your FM radio or stand by for some cool tunes.
No repeat workday with Dangerous David. $50,000 if you hear the same song played twice.
All right.
13353.
Just the final scores in Adelaide, Ash. Choice Hotels around the grounds.
Crows 21-9, 135 defeated St Kilda by 63 points, 10-12, 72.
So, almost set here at the MCG. New fresh opportunity for Melbourne. And loved up Melbourne Football Club looking to bounce back from last year. We spoke to Jake Melksham on the Sunday rub. Matthew Jefferson is going deep with Van Rooyen. Jack Henderson starting at half forward. And it is the four big boys for Melbourne. Oliver, Petrarca, Viney, Gawn. Just as Brad Green promised, those four would start in the first bounce for Melbourne. The McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy. And it's Viney to Petrarca. First centre bounce. Drives it deep inside 50. Van Rooyen got the head. Crum, Jefferson. First kick at AFL footy. And it's taken all of 16 seconds. That might be the quickest goal on debut of all time. Melbourne get the first. Giants are shell-shocked. That's on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Great tap from Max Gawn.
Yeah, well, outside the bubble.
100%. He telegraphed it and he just hit it. And it hit Viney in the head. Luckily enough, he was quick enough to get onto the loose ball. Petrarca spread forward really quickly. Forward handball, kick to the contest. And the young kid just got front and square. Really clean and a snap across the body. What a start to your career.
Can't be underestimated here on the Harvey Norman replay. Just the role that Van Rooyen played. The ball goes in. It looked like it was going to go over his head. He went up and he just elevated with the one hand on Taylor just to bring it down. Soft drop. That had gone over his head. Obviously a boundary throw in. No, well done. There's some excitement early.
Did well to pick up the first game, the first up, Joey. Well done.
Was very
Thank you.
good.
Back in the middle. Max Gawn been outstanding so far. Gets that tap again. Clayton Oliver. He's got to run on the outside and it's Salem. Puts it on the boot inside forward 50. Going back with the... That's an amazing mark by Sparrow. Going back with the flight. Courage needed. And he stuck out the one mitt in the wet. And it's stuck.
Of Odell Beckham Jr. about that sort of take. Going back.
Wow.
Bang, one paw.
One's good.
Traffic coming the other way. That is absolutely brilliant. Well done to Bailey Fritsch too. Just provided a little bit of safety for his mate coming back.
He picks up a little bit of grass, Matthew Lloyd style, and almost did a 360 in the air, the bit of grass. It'll be tough, this one. The Giants yet to touch the football. Melbourne, 117, misses out to the right. It's going to be tough. It is windy out there. The Demons by 7 points.
I'm just not sure the scoreboard on the outer side there, Joey's correct. We're up to the 87-minute mark, according to it.
Yes, it might have a little glitch in the system early as the kick goes wide, out of bounds. Giants still yet to get a proper possession.
Gawn started really well, those first two centre bounce clearances on the back of his hit-outs. The record that we can track today is 66 hit-outs for Max Gawn.
Okay, if he gets that, he'll get a Brownlow vote, and Brownie gets a free dinner.
Who's gone to Petrarca?
Bedford's gone to Petrarca.
Oliver and Kelly together. Short boundary thrown from the umpire, so that won't help Gawney, but then he follows up, gets involved. Handball to Salem. Back to Bowie. Short kick. Good build-up. Viney. Back to Salem. He shanks it. Tumbles one inside 50. Fritsch was first to move. Shrugged the tackle. Petrarca sweeps it wide. Here's the other first gamer, Lindsay. Back to Bowie, who kicks into the pocket. Giants still looking for their first touch, and Himmelberg knocks it out of bounds. Two-man, a little couple of red set lenders early.
Disposals 18-1 Melbourne's way. The one stat that the Giants have has been an ineffective kick from Lockie
It
Whitfield.
was a kick in, doesn't even count, does it?
Harvey Norman replay, Joey. Your man. Richo.
Throw in. Pizzas. Gawn wins the tap. Petrarca came through. Langdon was there as well. Fisted away. Callum Ward, the cement head, picked it up nicely. Kelly going head-to-head with Oliver. That'll be a great shootout today. Probably one arm across that all day, and the ball is out of bounds.
Looks like young Lindsay's got the job on Toby Green. They're Stevie. Fair responsibility to throw to a kidney's first game.
With him or Jake Lee?
Well, he had him on that occasion. Went the whole way with him.
Gawn, tap down. There's Viney. Lindsay's in at this stoppage. Kelly. Viney again, strong tackle. Keith, the ruckman today for the Giants without Briggs. Well done from Brown, he's got speed, tried to handball himself. Speaking of speed, little Darcy Jones tumbles it along the ground. There's Toby Green. He's got Bowie for company, spins around, twists, tries to go to the top of the square. Cadman had a fumble, but was able to get boot the ball. And the Giants, quick transition, first inside 50, and they get the first of the afternoon. Young Aaron Cadman. Giants 1 straight 6. Melbourne 1-1-7. This quarter brought to you by the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer. For the luxurious Titanium Caravan, visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
So that's where Toby Green can get you. So he was up there, Lever was just off the back of him when they reset at that stoppage. And as soon as it looked like the Giants were going to win the ball, Toby Green sprinted forward and got out the back of that defence. So it was lucky enough that Bedford was clean enough to win the ball at ground level and get that ball going forward. And then Toby was able to be clean and get it across his body. Cadman working back towards goal. He fumbled the mark, but was able to get a foot to it and put it through the goal for his first.
A goal apiece at the MCG. Melbourne lead by a point. Umpire with a good bounce. Gawn and Keefe. Gawn slaps it forward. Oliver looking for his first touch. Viney was in there as well. Went to ground. Shoveled out by Green. Salem a high ball to half forward. Ash sits underneath it. Chandler from the side couldn't take it with him. Going up high was Lindsay. Ball spilt free. Green on the outside. Good to see him back. Missed last week. Lever couldn't take it with him. Brown for the Giants tried to pick it up. Ward clean. Missed with the handball though. Buckley picked it up from ground level. Kick is nice and out towards half order. Halloran could continue the mark and a high ball down the line from Lever. And a nice mark by Bailey Brooks. Just did some very good body work on Buckley.
Oh, it's an aggressive kick into the corridor. Petrarca has 3 Giants to beat. He did pretty good to force the ball up. The spoil came and then a big tackle on Tom Green. Crowd appreciated what they saw. So Melbourne by a point early. It was a fast start. Gawn dominating the hit-outs. As everyone has predicted, Petrarca. Ball inside 50 for the Giants. Ash got the handball out. Now Kelly has a bit of time and space to clear. The kick towards the wing. Harrison Petty looks so much more comfortable back at home in defence. Takes the intercept mark right in front of the change bench on centre wing. Melbourne 1-1-7. Giants 1 straight 6 early stages first quarter.
Petty half forward. Working their way to the front. Lindsay at ground level. The ball's going to beat him out of bounds. We'll have a throw in.
High quality start from both sides considering the slippery conditions. Feel just at the moment, Melbourne are on top around the footy. They're doing a good job, and obviously Petrarca has started like a house on fire.
5 early hit-outs for Gawn.
So Gordon Keefe.
61 to go.
Keefe wins that one. Salem being good on the back flank so far, coming in, receiving the handballs. Going hard was O'Halloran. What was that noise?
That was Stevie dropping his microphone.
Salem again threw that one out. Tom Green was there. Oliver at ground level. Picking the football up was Lindsay. Did a very good job. They go back and Howes. High up and under ball to centre wing. This is going to be a tough one to take. Chandler comes from the back. Fisted the ball away. Petrarca with the tag doing well. Bailey Fritsch spent it. Didn't have it. Lost it. Got it back. Now the Demons with an opportunity. But the Giants collar them and keep the ball at centre half forward. And will have a ball up.
Petrarca looks so strong in the contest. He got a handball before and he was good enough just to continue running, dish it off, and then he broke that and kept going.
How clean was he? Gawn tried to get it down to Langdon, and this is inside the centre square, just forward half for Melbourne.
Bedford saved the day with that tackle on Viney. Petrarca was out. He was the next one in the chain, and he would have had a shot at goal.
Coach Adam Kingsley for the Giants on the bench.
Holding Melbourne.
We'll get
Holding Melbourne.
free kick for a hold in the rush.
He might get 5 votes at this stage if he keeps this up, Brownie.
He's going to kick this from about 70 metres out for goal. All 1v1s deep. And he absolutely shanks it. That's not going to help his Brownlow chances, but Van Rooyen will be first to pick it up wide in the pocket. They retreat back to Langdon, who kicks it all the way back. And then they handball even further. So now they're back on the wing. They're further out than when they started with Gawn. The kick inboard. Howes overran it. Now there's a chance for the tsunami. Here's the tsunami on the counter-attack. O'Halloran to Daniels to Toby, as the boys called it. Marks 30 metres out. And a kick into the corridor. It is dangerous if it doesn't come off. And whoosh, the Giants went from one end to the other. And Toby should kick this 30 metres out straight in front.
That was a bizarre passage of play. Just happy to concede ground. Ended up going from inside 50 back to true centre wing. And the one option that was on in the corridor probably wasn't it. Turn around, jack it down the line. Back to your numbers.
Toby Green, just the one goal last week.
Stand now.
Straight in front. Should make no mistake. He's got it. Giants got the first two. After Melbourne kicked the first, I should say they've kicked the last two. And they are 12. Melbourne 117. And we have played nearly 10 minutes in this opening term. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
I reckon there's one rule that you've got to have against Toby Green if you're playing on him. You have to make sure you're always goal side of him. Every time. Like, just don't let him out of your sight. Keep him in front of you, because as what happened when he set up that last goal for Cabin, he got in behind the defences, within a blink of the eye, and it happened again there. He got out the back. It just shouldn't happen, Daisy.
Played on him one time and got the hard tag and told him to go and do the job. The one thing you notice is as soon as the ball goes, he drops the shoulder corridor side. So he's always out. There's option for space there. And you have to be back shoulder waiting for it. There's no physicality on him whatsoever. That was just an athletic race, and he was going to be too quick.
Jefferson got the first for the Demons. Cadman and Green answer, and they lead by 5 points. The Demons go to half forward. Now Finn Callaghan spent the first 9 minutes on the bench, 37 touches last week. Thought he might have been starting on the ground today. And we've got 3 votes, but the mark taken now by Rivers. Rivers just back with the centre wing. Chips the football. Langdon.
Stay outside 5.
The running man. Looks lateral. He's got Salem in the middle of the ground. Salem marks on his chest. Petty wanders off. He's got Langdon. So Langdon exactly reached the mark
Outside 5. Play on.
30 seconds ago. Plays on. Hoists it towards 20 metres out from goal. Brown was down there. Couldn't take it. Fisted away was good. Josh Kelly outstanding. Weaved his way through to Lockie Keith. Back scored. What a smother. Best I've seen. Got it back to Ash. And the Giants should clear.
Yeah, he does.
Caniglio's out on the wing here.
Buckley. There is Caniglio in a ton of space. Working hard for him. There's Leak. And he'll get the free kick at half forward.
Dagger's gone through. Hey. Go back around the mark, please. Mark's
So Leak at half forward for the Giants. We'll square it up. Connor Iden.
Stand.
2 kicks from home.
Through, Daggers.
Melbourne have the numbers back. And 2 straight 12. Melbourne 117. Lights are on.
Play on.
Not a bad crowd, maybe slightly more than we thought.
End zone.
There's no rain at the moment, so pretty good conditions. Kicked to a big pack, about 30 out. Ground level, lots of numbers. The ball gets tapped out to Xavier Lindsay, who's had some nice touches. Oh, and
That's deliberate.
Harrison Petty's handball.
So, it's deliberate. Deliberate, you've handled it out.
He tried to handball to a teammate, but he hit the behind post. So it's been paid deliberate.
I'm here.
And that's rightfully so. If it missed him and still went out of bounds, I think they would have paid it.
But his teammate was right there, Ed Langdon.
Yeah, but it's like if you kick it from 30 out and it rolls out in front of your teammate, if he's right there, they have no time for that. It would have been interesting if it had gone through for a point.
Ed Langdon didn't really help him.
No, Ed Langdon could have pretended he was going for it anyway. The kick went short at Tom Green, who's going to have a shot for goal. Only 30 metres out, but about 5 metres in from the boundary line. Wrong side for a right footer. Steers it to the narrow side, misses. First behind for the Giants, 2-1-13. Melbourne 1-1-7. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Can't wait for the AFL memo. Sorry, Joey, coming out this week on the clarification of the rush behinds.
Triple M Seabus super special comments. Seabus super making hard work pay off. Dale Thomas, Stevie J in the back row.
Langdon goes long to centre wing. Over the back and trying to take a big mark was Aidan Johnson, the mature age recruit. The ball's out of bounds in front of the benches.
He's come up as the second ruck when the number 1 ranked player on the ground has just gone off for a spell, Maxie Gorman.
Do you like this, Steve? It means Van Rooyen can just play as a permanent forward and they get the mature age recruit to do the heavy lifting?
Yeah, 100%.
Johnson to do the ruck work. Up against Brown. Tackles Brown to the ground. Oliver was good. Fumbling the football was Henderson for the Demons. The umpires picked out a free kick. Go back to Daniels. So Brent Daniels centre wing.
Melbourne work hard defensively. Now they have all 18 players behind this kick. But Daniel's still able to find a free player. It's Ward. 55 out. Just behind the Telstra logo.
He could nearly wheel out and get the distance, Ward. Oh, he's laid it up.
Yeah, he's going to kick it towards Cadman in the pocket. Tom McDonald's in that contest. A late in for Stephen May, who has a fractured larynx.
Larynx.
Or a larynx, as Bernie it's called.
Got an N in there.
Yes, come.
Throw in, left-hand forward pocket. Giants forward line. They lead by 6 points midway through this first quarter. Brown doing the ruck work. Got it down to Green, who tried to get the kick away with a good smother from Kay Chandler. Melbourne have got plenty of numbers around this contest.
Darcy Jones, Toby Green all lurking. Darcy Jones came from about 5 metres off that and just tried to cut a path through at pace.
Look how far back the ruckman are.
He's on Christian Salem at the moment, Jones. And you picked it right, Stevie, because the ruckman had to come forward at least 10 metres to get to that one, and the ball goes back out of bounds.
And there's one bloke you don't want to get in a foot race with. It's Callum Brown, who's just about the fastest AFL player we have.
So Aidan Johnson and Callum Brown do the ruck work. Max Gore and Lockie Keefe having a rest on the bench at the moment. The boundary throw in. Give that one to Johnson. Tap down. The Demons try to clear the area, but the smother was laid. Oliver lays a tackle and the ball underneath the pack and ball it up.
Triple M Red Z lending stats. Clayton Oliver had a touch yet. Two-man.
Clayton Oliver, he's had 3 disposals, Joey. Petrarca, he's had 5.
Rivers gets 1. That handball only as far as Ward. Callahan. Whitfield. Junction of the 50-metre line and the boundary line. Kicks to a dangerous spot. Melbourne have a lot of numbers. Callum Ward, low and hard as always. Canelio taps it back. Giants are queuing up off the back of this contest. Green. Now Callahan. Kick again to the top of the square. A lot of numbers back for Melbourne. But Toby Green, what a terrific crumb. Got it towards Jacob Ware, who snaps on the right boot. And they create something where really there wasn't much space, and it was the champ Toby Green who set it up. Giants have their third. They're 3-1-19. Melbourne 1-1-7. And they just kicked 3 in a row after Melbourne got the very first.
Yeah, really nice set up behind the ball there by the Giants. They're able to win it back. And Jacob Ware, who was on the wing next to Langdon. We know that Langdon likes to push down deep into the Melbourne defence and support it down there. But Ware pushed down with him, got into a dangerous spot, just sat on the outside. And Toby Green looks autonomous today. He looks really sharp. He's contributed to all 3 of their goals so far. And that was a terrific finish by Ware on his opposite foot.
Red Z lending last 10 minutes time in the forward half. GWS 65%. They've had 4 entries for 3 goals, 1 just for Choice Hotels Brownie in the Formula 1, lap 10 of 57. Lando Norris leads the way, followed by Verstappen and Piastri.
Nice work, Ash.
Did you get another N in ominous? Is that what you went with?
Ominous.
Well, you two figure that out. We'll call the bounce in the middle. Demons started well, but now it's all Giants. Brown goes inside forward 50. Clean bowls a couple of them. That's the second time it's happened to Melbourne, and Bowie picked it up nicely this time. Out to the outer flank, and it's a nice lead and mark out there by Harry Sharp. Not to be confused with Jeremy.
Outside 5.
Similar type players.
Callum Brown's now on Max Gawn, about a kick away from this.
Jack Viney, left foot to the outer side. Down the line over the top. Max Gawn was there, so too Brown. There's a pace difference there, and Brown wins out. Handball was okay. Where looks like he's put some beef on Stevie J. Now to Callahan. Callahan to half forward. Melbourne players didn't want it. Eventually that landed in their lap, and they transfer play to the commentary side. That man Lindsay, who's been in a fair bit so far, just chips the football back very dangerously. And the mark taken by Petty.
Switches across the ground. Tom McDonald.
Yours.
And now Caleb Windsor.
So the only issue with these switches is they're going nowhere. Yes, they're transference of play and they're going from side to side, but at some point you've got to start to take some territory. That's a good kick
It's
through
a
that.
good kick along the line, finds Ed Langdon. Max Gordon wants it next kick down the line. He's got Callum Brown. He's got the height advantage. That's where the kick will go. He wouldn't want to get in the foot race though, Brownie. And the mark is taken by Sam Taylor.
Surely that was off Max Gawn's hand.
The best intercept mark in the competition. Good call from you, Stevie J. Triple M Harvey Norman replay. Looked like Max Gawn got the hand on it first. Melbourne crowd saw the same thing. As Lever punches that out of bounds. Go Harvey Norman. Up to 20% off Acer and Lenovo computers in-store and online now. Harvey Norman. Best range, best brands, best prices guaranteed.
It would have been a Max Gawn mark, I reckon, if he had taken the second bite. So a 12-point lead to the Giants. It's been all them since Melbourne dominated the first 2 to 3 minutes. Rivers, quick handball out. Sharp did well. Sparrow gave it off to Windsor. Windsor closed in on 52 and then hooks it. And then kicks it out of bounds on the full. And a poor result for the Demons.
Playing across half-back this season, Caleb Windsor. Going on to Darcy Jones at the moment, so he's going to have his hands full. He's a terrific young player. So Buckley kicks towards the wing. Gawn went through the hands. Tom McDonald at the back. Couldn't take possession. Bit of a slippery ball. Viney stood up in the tackle with strength. Fed it out wide. Langdon just inside the boundary line. Couple of kicks from home for Melbourne. Rivers, nice bit of play. Back to Langdon, who loves to own that outer wing at the MCG. Short to Viney, who's marked it on the junction of the 50-metre line and boundary. Too far for him.
Nobody on Max Gawn here.
No, that's right.
That is a good call. There he is. Maxi Gawn. Well spotted by Daisy Thomas. And Maxi Gawn's been the best man on the ground so far, Brownie. And he'll go back from about 20 metres out. Tough angle. I wonder if he'll go with the drop punt or the snap.
Ball's been on that side of the ground for a while.
And I was looking at the Harvey Norman replay. They might have got away with one, Melbourne. That kick to Viney looked well and truly
Might
out
have
of bounds
got away
on the
with
full.
one. It was out by half a metre.
It was out of bounds on the full. Gawn doesn't kick many goals, man.
No, he doesn't. His conversion rate, 55% from set shots as well, Joey.
All right, he comes in. He's going to go with the drop punt. He does always have a little right to left hook. He's hooked that badly. He should have gone the snap from that position for him if he knew his kick. And Melbourne are 1-2-8. That is out in the full by an absolute mile looking at the Harvey Norman replay. The one to Viney. So 19 plays 8, 7 minutes to go in this opening quarter.
Set play from the full-back for the Giants. Aiden Johnson away to it. And he gets it out of bounds in front of Buckley.
This is one thing I'm liking across the competition, man. That has been one of the trends. Teams trying to set up some set plays from point kick-ins. You saw the Hawks do it a couple of times. They executed well. It's another string to their bow, some of their sides.
Boundary throw in, Gawn and Keefe. Keefe got his way to the front, down to Tom Green. Green found himself some space to Callaghan. Callaghan cooked the handball a little bit too far, and Caleb Windsor gave an opportunity. Got it back to Jake Lever. Lever, short ball, finds Lindsay. Lindsay's got to play it forward of the ball. Uses him now. They play on its Rivers. Rivers to the right foot inside forward 50. Leads come from everywhere. Ball got over the back. Petrarca worked his way through. Then dropped the football. Bedford, his opponent, picked it up and kicked it out straight to Bowie. Bowie dropped it. Thought he had enough of it. Langdon came in. Handball up. McDonald got it back. Underground ball. Making hard work with the Demons. Jefferson picked it up. Already kicked the goal so far. And Lockie Keefe kicks it wide. And he finds Cadman.
Cadman has some runners. And they get some overlap. Whitfield it is. Went to Himmelberg, who left it behind. Himmelberg got it back, but there was a free kick against Whitfield. Going to go the way of Jake Bowie. Some of the ball winners, man.
Doug Lindsay started well for Melbourne. First gamer.
There's 6 disposals for Lindsay, but leading the way is Langdon with 8. Joey, Viney 7, and for the Giants, 7 to Tom Green.
Red Z Lending, loans for the self-employed, REDZED.com. Kick goes into the forward pocket for the Ds. Jefferson in the contest. Rivers along the boundary line. Took a little bit long. Jefferson feeds the handball back. Oliver, he was mown down by Darcy Jones, and now they're off and running here, the Giants.
They certainly do, but that's not a great handball. The Demons with the numbers now. Bailey Fritsch. Handball back. McDonald sweeps one wide to Bowie. Bowie surveys the scene and sets up into the pocket, looking for Gawn. Jefferson was there too. Kicked the Demons' only goal. Played some funny stuff. Then had another crack at it. It got over the back. The Giants with an opportunity. Now the Demons, that might have come off the knee. It could be a goal to Henderson. The umpire's going to pay it. It looked like it came off the knee, but it's a goal to the Demons. 2-2-14 plays 3-1-19. 5-point margin. 5 minutes to go first term.
Good sign for the Ds with the young kids getting involved. A little bit of spirit-lifting stuff there, and they needed that one because there was a bit of a story of efficiency, man, with the inside 50s per score as opposed to what the Ds were doing.
Yeah, look at the inside 50s, 12 entries to 5 their way, but just the 2 goals too. So obviously 1-2 prior to that, their last entry, whereas the Giants super efficient 3-1 from 5 inside 50s.
The kids look all right, don't they?
Yeah, a couple of
Look at the
debutants.
Harvey Norman here.
Is that Henderson's
Little
first?
Fijudas.
Sorry, is that Henderson's first kick? Sure.
Spot on, Joey, for Red Z.
So both Jefferson and Henderson join the club, Daisy.
Yep, and there's
How many members are in that first kick, first goal club?
I know the first kick first points up to 1,116. Two-man on the goal front.
There's about 280 plus players.
Very good shoot. And Melbourne back within 5 points. They get some reward for effort. They have had a lot of field position in this first quarter. It's been the Giants on counter-attack. Whitfield, clever underground handball. Callahan tried to be clever and did a no-looker. Didn't quite work for Kelly. So Callahan had to go get it back. It was almost another no-looker. Now it's a big 50-50 ball. O'Halloran off one step, throws it inside 50. The spoil came. Bedford had the crumb. Snaps around the body. Callum Brown, top of the square. Toby Green's lurking. Well done from Petty. One important ball. And now Tom McDonald will kick to the wing. And Henderson worked his man Ash under it and then tried to pop it into the path of Viney. He'll get the free kick downfield.
Well done. Well done there by Viney. Big ball to be won. He took the body of Whitfield. Yeah, Whitfield took it, gave away the free kick.
Petrarca would be happy that the goal wasn't kicked by Bedford. He peeled out the other way and allowed him to go. That's a good kick by Viney. Langdon turns around. Inside forward 50, top of the square. They need a mark. Oh, they almost had one from Jefferson. Bailey Fritz is tackled as soon as he gets it. And Jefferson can't believe it. With a big opportunity on the Harvey Norman replay. Put it to the ground. Could have kicked his second. He set one up, kicked one, and he should have marked that.
So, ball up inside 50, Gawn. Tries to tap it into the path. Petrarca, Bedford. Just a little fun fact, Matthew Jefferson, family Jefferson Ford.
Are they actually?
They are the Jefferson Ford.
Yep, the family. That was the only thing going through my head too.
Yeah.
It was for a while there.
Jefferson
Ford. Yeah, no.
Gawn tries to pull up his own ruck work. This is now top of the 50. Keith throws it on the boot towards the wing.
Seriously, for 5 minutes.
The kick goes out of bounds.
That's why I used to hate playing against the Eagles, because they used to have SGIO. Go, Eagles, go. We run along the wing singing it.
Triple M Super special comment. Super making hard work pay off since 1985. So boundary throw on the other side. Gawn won that one. Bedford pleaded for a free kick. Oliver picked it up and inched it forward. Bouncing ball. Coming out hard with the Giants defenders did well. Now they've got the run in the middle. Stone stepped out of trouble, got it to Daniels. Daniels' handball wasn't great. Bedford to the recipient. Bedford did well. Stood up, took the tackle, opened up. Jones crosses the 50, gets the 45 and butchers the kick. Straight back to Lever, who almost butchered it himself. He looked around for a target. He eventually found one. Good pressure from the Giants. And the ball is out of bounds. 5-point lead to the Giants, 3-1-19. The Doom with a 2-2-14 Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Stay off-road, off-grid for longer. The luxurious Titanium Caravan.
Good pressure from Callum Brown. And Stevie J says it's faster than Osho speed.
I think he's got out covered as well.
Fastest man in the universe.
Yes. Gawn, smack forward. Rivers, dispossessed. Darcy Jones, his handball only as far as Xavier Lindsay, who's now up to disposal number 8 because he gets it again. That was a good one to Petrarca. Clever handballs, and they're out, although Rivers' handball made Chandler wait, and he's kicked on the right boot along the wing over the head of Van Rooyen, picked off by Buckley. He goes inboard. Daniels has the runner in Josh Kelly, who now goes to the fastest man in the world, Callum Brown. He's got 2 to beat. That's McDonald and Lever. Will they get the free kick? It'll come back to Blake House.
He beat speed. Sorry?
He did beat...
That social media...
Was it Osho Speed?
Who would win a race out of him and Usain Bolt?
What, 100 or 200?
Over 40.
The Giants to Green. Good tackle by Oliver. Going to be holding the ball. The umpire rewards it. So Oliver gets up. Green a bit of a mouthful as he did get up as well. So 2 minutes to go first term. Tight one so far. Splits it wide to McDonald, the meat eater. And now Lever. Lever goes backwards, finds Howes.
They've got a 2v1 here, the Giants, but they've ended up... Sorry, the D's, they ended up defending each other.
It's suboptimal. It is. Centre wing, Van Rooyen will be the flyer. The Giants, though, again, Buckley. When the ball gets out of bounds, thought you might have taken that mark. The umpire said play on. The ball in.
Poor decision too. Buckley took that.
Replay. Coach of the Giants can't believe it.
Oh, it was a tiny little fingertip from Sam Taylor. It should have been paid. Maybe it was a square up for the one that they got earlier when Max Gawn got his hand to it. Gawn was held in that ruck contest. No free kick. Well done from Brent Daniels, who came up as a small forward, won the clearance. Now Whitfield turns Clayton Oliver inside out and then goes on the left boot. Good kick. Finds O'Halloran right in front of the change gates. We're inside the final minute and a half of this first quarter. 2-2-14 Melbourne. 3-1-19 the Giants. Giants lead, even though Melbourne have probably had the majority of the play. Gawn, long down the line, was pushed in the back. And he'll get a free kick. What are his stats, Two-Man?
Max Gawn, number 1 ranked player, Joey. Disposal number 5, couple of clearances, and the hit-outs, he's racked up 13.
Where do you want to go, Brownie?
Kick that goal.
Where do you want to go?
Oh, it's a long way yet.
He's had a good first quarter, though. Probably been the most influential player on the ground, Van Rooyen.
That goal was costly there, missed.
Tried to put it down to his teammates, but the Giants have the numbers, and Whitfield goes back and across to Lockie Ash, who's taken the mark. 30 seconds to go, top of the defensive 50.
Been rolling that beard for a long time, Lockie Ash. Don't think it suits him. The Giants the outer side. Slow build-up, 5-point lead to the Giants. Now a long ball. The Shane Warne stand side. Going back with courage is Petty. He won't back down. Short ball in the middle of the ground to Oliver. Oliver's got the runner on the outside. They build it up nicely. Lead to Fritz. Couldn't mark it. Buckley's been all over him. And the first quarter is over here at the MCG. 5-point lead to the Giants. 3-1-19. The Demons at 2-2-14. The McDonald's Room Upwater. Triple M. Rocks footy.
That quarter, the Titanium Caravans stay off-road and off-grid for longer with a luxurious Titanium Caravan. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au. For McDonald's,
Triple M Rocks footy.
the new AFL Happy Meal is here with 18 unique bag clips to collect. Available 10:30am to midnight while stocks last for a limited time only.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Seabus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong, long-term returns for after the final whistle. Seabus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TND to decide if Seabus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. Pocket even more savings at Bob Jane T-Marts. We've got Bridgestone free, Yokohama free, Kumho free. How? Simply buy 3 and the 4th tyres free. Get up to $150 instant cashback on selected Pirelli and Bridgestone tyres. Plus receive an e-gift card up to $150 when you buy 4 selected BF Goodrich tyres. Give us a call or shop online today. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
Go Harvey Norman for the hottest deals on the best brands in tech. Right now, up to 20% off Lenovo and Acer computers, like the Acer Aspire Go, now below $348, save $150. Or save $230 on the Core i5 Acer Aspire Go, now $668. Get in quick and grab a bargain on powerful Lenovo IdeaPad with 16GB RAM and 1TB storage, now $998 while stocks last. Harvey Norman, best brand, best range, best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
Here we go! It's the Mitsubishi Motors factory clearance, and you're good to go with a $3,000 bonus on Trident models. Plus, score up to $2,000 in customer loyalty bonus. That's up to $5,000 off your driveway price, so you can go adventuring. All backed by Australia's first 10-year warranty with 10 years cap price servicing. You're good to go with Mitsubishi. T's and C's apply. Visit the Mitsubishi Motors website for details.
She thought it was true love. He looked at her. Handsome. Nice watch. Then he just started firing questions. How much do you earn? What are your assets? Why do you need my money? It was then she realised he was a bank and would never understand her business. Red Z knows when you need a loan, you need someone that understands the self-employed. With love from Red Z. Speak to your broker or visit redz.com. Red Z. Backing those who back themselves. Australian credit licence 311128.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Seabus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong, long-term returns for after the final whistle. Seabus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TND to decide if Cbus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. Pocket even more savings at Bob Jane T-Marts. We've got Bridgestone free, Yokohama free, Kumo free. How? Simply buy 3 and the 4th tyres free. Get up to $150 instant cashback on selected Pirelli and Bridgestone tyres. Plus receive an e-gift card up to $150 when you buy 4 selected BF Goodrich tyres. Give us a call or shop online today. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M Rock Footy.
This quarter for Bunnings Trade. Load up on landscaping at Bunnings Trade.
Even first quarter of football at the MCG. 3-1-19 the Giants, 2-2-14 the Demons. The goal scorers are Jefferson. Kicked the goal with his first kick of AFL football 20 seconds in, and then Cadman, Green, Weir responded after that. Let's head down to the boundary. Bob Jane T-Marts.
They're just starting to spit now, Brownie, so a little bit of rain coming in.
That's the bloke behind you.
Exactly. Hey, the flags, they're pointing, they're going southerly, southwesterly, but as you know, it hooks around, so I reckon that GWS has got a bit of an advantage because the ball was holding up coming into their forward line in the first term, so let's see how that ball movement goes in the second term. And Xavier Lindsay's the only trouble at Melbourne. He got a bit of a sting on the elbow, lost a bit of feeling in the hand, gave him some painkillers. He'll be okay.
Ash Stewart, Choice Hotels around the grounds, and some Triple M Red Z lending stats.
Yeah, so in the Formula One, we're lap 22 of 57. It's still Lando Norris leading the way, followed by Piastri and Verstappen coming in at number 3 on the grid. And for Red Z lending stats, Brownie, Melbourne winning the territory battle inside 50s 14-8. Gawn still the number 1 ranked player with 5 disposals, 13 hit out, 6 for advantage. And Petrarca, 6 disposals in his comeback game.
Triple M Cbus super special comments. Boys in the back row.
Been a pretty entertaining first quarter of footy and a pretty even game right now. We think that Max Gawn's probably had the best in the ruck and given his mid every chance from centre bounce, but then it's been a game of transition the other way with the Giants scoring off the back of a bit of bounce off half back and Toby Green getting out the back of the defence a couple of times. But all in all, the first gamers have started reasonably well for Melbourne and a very even contest, Dale.
I think you can see what Melbourne are trying to do when they win the ball back, which is a good thing. They don't want to just get it and blaze away, kick it back to where the ball has come from, especially when they get a turnover. But just not 100% sold yet on losing territory and going for kicks through the middle with these conditions. Dry day, completely different, but you have to be able to change what your plan was and play the conditions. I don't think they did that as well as the Giants in that first turn.
You seen a difference in the way they're playing, Melbourne, compared to last year, or is it much of the same of the previous years?
Much of the same. We saw a long kick go to the hot spot, though, rather than to the pocket, so they've shifted a little bit of that, but probably more that patience around the wing centre-half back area is one to note.
As Robbo told us, the rain started to come down again at the MCG. A free kick will go to the Demons in the middle.
Stand!
And Sparrow took a very courageous mark in that first term. Smack back in the middle of the MCG. A high ball. Gawn's gone forward. Couldn't mark it. Cop one. Petrarca came through. Couldn't take it with him. Whitfield shoveled it out to Jones at the and the umpire called it. Whitfield can't believe it.
Well, I don't know if that was there. Whitfield's played enough games and he's got enough experience and smart enough footballer.
That's a throw.
That's a throw.
No.
He throws it with his fingertips.
No, he pushed it.
That's a throw, Stevie.
Come on, Nath. He pushed it. He pushed it with both hands.
Up in the air.
With his fingertips.
Harry Sharp. Speaking of tips, he's got a blonde rinse.
The Texter, they call him.
Yeah. I like that.
So great. Sharpie.
Yeah, you got it.
Sharpie. Off he goes. And is that a fine point? It's through for one behind. 2-3-15 the Demons. 4 points behind the Giants, 3-1-9.
Do you stand by that wasn't a throw?
Yes.
Giants, half-back, Himmelberg.
Feel free to extrapolate on anything I ask you, Steve.
That's great. Souped up.
Just a one-word answer. Throwing the toys out of the
Okay, Connor Ryden at half-back flank. Out of side. Shane Warne stands side. MCG. Kick towards the wing. Gawn's got a couple to beat, so he just puts the fist in it. Goes out of bounds. Tough conditions. It'll Gentle rainfall, lights are on, it's dark. It's not a big crowd, but you reckon there's more than 15,000?
It might be nudging close to 20,000.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it? The MCC's pretty full, so Melbourne fans have come out for the first game of the season.
Level 2 over there on the Shane Warne stands. Fairly chockers.
All tucked up underneath. Tom Green with the clearance. Good to see him back. Jacob Ware, who kicked the goal in the opening term, tumbles it towards half forward. Lever. Ed Langdon. Every touch has just been hugging the boundary line on that Shane Warne stand side so far. Sparrow. His kick smothered. That was good work by Callahan, who then gets the handball from Whitfield. Now they hug the boundary line. Whitfield gets a 1-2, but they ran out of room. Ran out of real estate. We'll have it thrown in. Just forward of the wing. Giants 19, Melbourne 15. You know they say that? Ran out of real estate.
I just don't know why you emphasise.
I don't know.
Backed over.
Because Brownie looked at me funny.
He does that a bit.
He does.
Boundary throw on the outer side. Oliver, scoop one out. Whitfield the throw.
Dangerous tackle.
Yes.
Dangerous tackle, GWS.
So dangerous tackle going back for the Giants. Slow to get up as well.
Let him pick it up. Let him pick it up.
A little bit sore.
He dropped his legs a little bit though.
And that's dangerous, I think.
It is dangerous, but does he get a little bit less because it was onto the shoulder, not the head?
Outside 5.
Like it sort of, it wasn't driving into the head. They sort of just fell perpendicular.
Left foot long towards half forward, got over the back, Cadman with an opportunity. The Demons now with the numbers. Lever, been very good so far to Rivers. Rivers, that's not a great kick. It's a bouncing ball. It might work out. He needs it to work out. Otherwise, it's a massive cock-up. They do get it back, and Rivers cleans up his own work and then gets it to Petrarca. Petrarca to Bowie. Petrarca been very good dealing with the tag, and Bowie just stands still, waits for somebody to present at him. Goes to half forward. Sharp, fisted away from him at ground level. Here's Callahan. Callahan wants to step inside and use his left. He does that now. Gets towards centre wing. Fisted away from Cadman. Jones trapped it. Couldn't take it with him. Good job there by Lindsay, who's been in everything so far. And that's holding the ball against Jones. The Demons will win it back.
Just the fumble cost him. Yeah, it was a good spot for front and centre. Just 2 bites at it and then dove on it. Good pressure from the Ds.
Very good. Xavier Lindsay, two-man, Red Jet Lenders.
Lindsay, 9 disposals, 2 tackles.
Spoil. Ward. Handball along the boundary line to Tom Green. He throws it on the boot. Petty's been okay. Darcy Jones, great front square. Gets to 70. Bowie with a great chase. Pressured the kick. And it was chopped off by Jake Lever, who's had a few intercept possessions.
He's had 5 intercept possessions, intercept marks. He's had 2 along with his 9 touches.
The Triple M Red Z lending stats. Ash Chua, the best in the business, year number 24.
They've had a pretty good run with the umpires too, I reckon, the D's two-man.
We're all over it, Stevie. They've actually had 9 out of the last 10 free kicks.
Play on. Play on, you moved off. Play on. Yeah.
Lever, asked to play on. Looks long for Max Gorn. He's got 2 to beat. He can't do that. Fisted well by Brown. Green at the front of the pack. Finished up with Ward. Back to Brown. Standing start. Pumps it long. Lever sets himself. Elevates himself and marks it again. Too good at the moment, Lever.
Seen that for a lot of years.
Yeah.
Great Lever. It's great to see.
Daniels just needed to play the role of, getting in the way of Lever getting a run at that footy, get it to ground, and then he could have gone to work. Can't allow Lever to get a run and jump at the footy.
It's a good call, Stevie, because you don't have to fly with him. Just try and interrupt it, and then as he still will go and try and impact, you then come back round to the front to stop him from having a clear jump at the ball to try and mark it.
Melbourne just chipping it around at half back before Windsor goes forward along the wing to Chandler. There's Langdon again. Another one hugging the boundary line. The kick inboard. It might work out if it's good. If it's bad, it can get turned over. And it was a bad one. So they're going to have to try and clean up their own mess here, Melbourne. Langdon tries to apply the pressure. Did enough. Chandler out of bounds again. 2 kicks from the Demons goal. They are trailing by 4 points. 2-3-15. The Giants 3-1-9. It was Matthew Jefferson inside the first 20 seconds who kicked his first goal in AFL footy, as did Jack Henderson for the Demons. Cadman, Green and Ware, the goal scorers for the Giants.
It's the boundary throw-in outer side of the MCG. Point of the square for the Demons at half forward. Gorn to do the ruck work with Keith. Gawn grabs it out of the ruck. Handballs it to Chandler. Chandler a bit of space. Left foot. Looking forward. Can't find anybody because the Giants got back in numbers. Fisto came to Petrarca. Petrarca with the banana. Welcome back. He's been good. He's had the tag to deal with and done it well. Melbourne back in front by 2 points.
That was a classy finish. The ball went inside 50. Petrarca was actually just coming through the 50 as it went to the contest. The ball got punched into space and he was going to be the first man onto it, but the pressure was coming at his legs. So for him to be able to pick up the ball clean in these conditions and lay the ball off the outside of his foot with a banana and finish the way he did was very, very good.
He looks strong. Have a look at him.
On the square, Lockie,
Harvey Norman replay. It is a great take. But we've seen it today. He's taken contacts and given the ball off. But a lot of the time the tackler's gone to ground and he's been able and strong enough to stand up, continue on and turn one possession into two. Good signs for the D's. Welcome back, as you say, Brownie.
Red Z. So the uncontested possession differential, Melbourne are at plus 19. Last year they ranked 15th. The last 6 rounds they were averaging almost 40 less than their opposition.
Started by Max Gawn, that goal.
Back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy. Oliver. Pinged for a throw. Tackle was by Callaghan. Giants wanted to take the advantage. Umpire said bring it back just forward to the centre circle. So Melbourne now lead by 2 points. Early stages, second quarter. Callaghan's numbers, Stu, Red Z Lending.
Leading ball winner for the Giants with 12.
Cadman flies, ball gets to the back. Melbourne have a lot of numbers. Windsor, Lindsay. Just happy to take that one through for rush behind. Pretty cool and calm is Xavier Lindsay.
That was smart by the young kid.
Knows the rules, knows what to do. 20 plays 21. Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard. Load up on landscaping at Bunnings Trade.
Christian Saylor to the kicking in, comes to the commentary side. Runs his full 15 and pumps it long looking for Gawn. He's up against Keith and that'll be a free kick to Max Gawn. He just grows in stature, the big boy. Feeds to Oliver. Oliver with the right foot. Looking for, and he couldn't find the man over the back, which was Jefferson. Opportunity now for Henderson. He's kicked the goal. Squares it up to Chandler. A little bit too much on it. And the Giants now with numbers, but they fluff it up. Chandler fed the handball. Sparrow another one. Fritz, he'll have a shot. Don't you worry about that. There could be players hanging off him everywhere. And he'll have a shot and he misses. And now the Giants with it back.
Out and running through hands. Canelio. His handball. Looking for a teammate. Now it's loose on the wing. Taylor goes low and hard.
That's interesting, Joey. Taylor went to ground, so that was the free kick for the Melbourne player there. Was it Petty? Yeah. Not too dissimilar action to what happened last night with Archer.
Petty goes towards Van Rooyen, who was in the contest with Buckley. Ground level. Iden. Taylor. Didn't get any purchase trying to get through the ball, and boundary throw-in. 60 metres out from the Demons' goal. Choice Hotels around the grounds, Stu.
Yeah, lap 30 out of 57, Joey, so more than halfway. It's still Lando Norris leading the way, followed by Piastri and then Verstappen.
Melbourne forward line still an issue. Inside 50s, Ash?
Inside 50s, 19-12, Brownie, Melbourne's way.
Boundary throw in. Viney tracks it towards the boundary line. Oliver picked it up, found some space to Langdon. Langdon, if he gets it any wider, he's going to be in the stands.
Handball.
Toby Green. That was a beautiful handball. Now they've got the run, the Giants. They feed it forward to Canelio. Canelio had to step back inside. Why not? Josh Kelly was on the end of it. Kelly inside forward 50. Couldn't mark it, was Cadman. Picking the football up was Salem at the back. Salem did well. His kick isn't good though. Straight back to Ash.
Point of the square, half forward. Orange jumper's inside 50. Has to try and find the right one, and he does. He spears it to Toby Green. Lindsay tried to get the fist in, just couldn't quite. And Toby's already kicked one. He set up another one. He'll try to give the Giants the lead again.
Should have done better, Lindsay, then. Young fella, but he should have been able to mark that. Harvey Norman replay had a swipe at it, completely missed it.
So Toby Green will kick this 45 metres out, 45-degree angle. We are right behind this Broadcast side MCG crosses the 50 and leaves it near side. Our scores are level, 3-3, 21 apiece. We are halfway through the second term here. Of course, Remote Water built tough Aussie conditions. When it comes to water heating, actually ask your plumber to install a ring.
Good day for a bath.
Yes.
Bath salts, bit of music, candle.
Outside 5. Outside 5.
Toby Green.
That's the Ed Langdon.
On the 15. Play on.
Both shots for goal. He's got really close to the man on the mark.
Champions can still learn.
Yeah.
Ball's out of bounds. Going flying in was Aidan Johnson. Could make a good bad guy in a movie. Aidan Johnson.
Helen.
The moustache and the...
It's a shiny dome,
really
isn't it?
great dome.
He looks like a detective. Detective Johnson.
Play on.
Detective Johnson. Anderson, a quick kick out. They want to touch this, or else it'd be insufficient intent. And coming through was the aeroplane, Jefferson. A boundary throw in on the centre wing.
Do you mean like he could be in disguise if you put like a mo on and
like a hat on?
Yeah,
glasses.
the big glasses.
Like Sergeant Gilroy.
Yeah. Throw in Johnson. Who's holding Callum Brown, who'll get the free kick. So, interesting the second choice of second ruck. Stevie, have you liked
very
it, Callum Brown?
interesting. I think that they know he's strong. We know he's fast, Joey, but he's strong, so he can hold himself in a contest, and then he's another player at ground level.
They're choosing not to use Cadman, keeping him forward where the kick will go in this direction. He brought it to ground. Viney rides a bump, tumbles a kick. Callaghan getting a stack of footy again. That's a good handball too. If Kelly had gone left, they would have been open. Instead, he went right and put Whitfield under pressure. So Kelly goes and picks it up again, one-handed. The Royals Royce smooth as couldn't finish. That was nice. 22 plays 21. Giants back in front. Halfway through the second term.
They just look so sharp on offense, the Giants. As soon as they win it back, they look predictable to each other. You run with confidence, and the skill level and execution, for the most part, has been absolutely outstanding.
The positive with Finn Callaghan too is he accumulates the possessions, but he always takes you forward. He's a metres game type of player. Every time if he gets a 1-2, it always turns into 60 to 80 metres of play. You can't say that about every midfielder in the competition. He's one of the elite.
Robbo, Bob Jane, team arts.
Jack Viney, doctors out to hear him. He copped a heavy blow, half-back flank. See him flexing his arms now around the neck and AC, but he should be okay.
Bob Jane team arts by 3, get 1 free. Instant cash back on Bridgestone, Yokohama, Kumo and Pirelli. Visit bobjane.com.au today as the ball goes to half forward, intercepted by the Demons. Can they create something out of this? Chandler got a player running, used him nicely. It's Henderson, already kicked the goal, the young man. He's got a player on the inside. That's Chandler, who kept running. Whitfield didn't want to know about it. Chandler with the left, sets it up. Van Rooyen from the back. Heaps of players come in, fisted the ball to ground level. That's what the Giants do. The Detective Johnson at the bottom of that one couldn't take it with him. Viney came in hard. Over ball up. 30 metres out from the Demons' goal. They trail by a point.
It'll get thrown up. It'll be Brown and Johnson doing the ruck work. Viney wins the clearance. Was almost going to peel onto his left. Instead, he handballed it and was picked off by Darcy Jones, and then Viney gave away the free kick. We got a better result out of that as Jones goes wide on the bounce to Callum Ward. Just back of the wing, he's got a beautiful step. He steps everyone. Cal Ward comes inboard. O'Halloran dropped the chest mark but was able to get it back. And now from in front of the change bench, kicks to a 2v1 in favour of Melbourne. Petty's been good. Petty and Lever. Without Stephen May today, they've been able to patrol the back line for the D's. And Petty does kick the lever. Give us a bit of a combination of their numbers, intercepts and disposals. Shoot and Red Zed Lending.
Petty 3 intercept marks, Lever with 2 intercept possessions combined. They've had 11 between them, Joey.
Kick down the line now to Gawn. Well done from Hilberg. Got the fist in, but Melbourne have the numbers at ground level. Winter, Petrarca, Gawn being the receiver, and then sweeps a diesel like Williams. Handball to Viney, who goes inside 50 and finds Rivers.
Your boy's on fire, Brownie.
That's a good handball.
Yeah. It was a long, flat ball. Continued to run. He's been really good. You identified it early. And at the moment, he's working hard, really working over the 1-2 combination of Keith and Brown.
Not a noted goal kicker, Rivers. Just the 9 in 100 games.
Generally, the half-back moved into the midfield halfway through last year. They've had a pretty good afternoon. Just inside 50. Not going to register a score. Top of the square. Giants couldn't get rid of it. And another first gamer for the D's. Harry Sharp has got the goal. So the newbies all getting in on the act. And Melbourne get their fourth. Their 4-3-27. Giants 3-4-22. 7.5 minutes remaining. Second term. Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard. Load up on the landscaping.
Make sure you do that. A whole heap of system to these goals that the D's are getting, which is both a positive and a negative, you could say, Stevie, but they are scrapping. They're finding a way at ground level. The young fella just work rate, he said, was going to be high. We heard about the times he punches out for the 2K. He's covering some serious ground at the moment. And just the easiest of goals as it spilled over back onto the goal line.
Yeah, well, in these conditions, you want to get it in, you want to get the territory, you want to get a strong contest ahead of the ball and then just make something out of nothing. And I think, the goals that they've been able to produce have all come from, within that 0 to 20 metre zone.
So back in the middle, the Demons lead by 5 points. Viney chases after the ball. Bedford behind him to Lindsay. Lindsay gets it to Max. Max gave it back to Lindsay. Lindsay's got some space left foot. Looking for the detective. That's Aiden Johnson. Couldn't take it. Henderson at ground level. Rivers went one way, then the other. Hooked it back. Van Rooyen couldn't mark it. Went back, picked it up. Petrarca left foot. Got another one. He's got two. The Demons back to back. And it's now an 11-point ball game.
Exactly what we just spoke about. Found a way to win the territory battle. Got it inside 50. Another contest. Petrarca's on fire. And another goal from within 15 metres of the sticks. That's 5 goals won from within 30 metres of goal, Daisy.
Great pick-up, Stevie. And that has been a difference. When you think about the D's, they're getting it into a dangerous, but it's also central. So it's deep and central, which gives you the ability to crumb it from all angles, rather than we've seen in the past couple of years. They'd win a ball like that and then try and kick it into the pocket. So good win, good signs.
Let's get down to Robbo, Bob Jones team.
Yeah, they're loving Petrarca down here. He is back with a couple like that. And the Irish dancers are doing the jig for Jimmy Steins. All happening for the D's at the moment.
Two-man, Red Jet Lending.
Yeah, D's scoring efficiency in this quarter a lot better. 8 entries for 3 goals won.
And they won the centre clearance. Petrarca's kick. Well done by the detective. Got it down to ground level. Fritsch with a snap. Snapped it too far. Out of bounds on the full. Demons pressing hard. They lead by 11. Just over 6 minutes remaining before half-time. Take a look at the Harvey Norman replay of Bailey Fritsch's snap for goal. Go Harvey Norman, up to 20% off Acer and Lenovo computers. In-store and online now. Harvey Norman, best range, best price, best brands, guaranteed.
The ball got out the back and over the back. It ran a long way. Canelio didn't make the most of it. Now the ball's out of bounds. Centre wing, Demons by 11 points. 6.5 to go in this second term. Choice Hotels are on the grounds.
Yeah, the safety car is out on the track yet again. Looks as though Fernando Alonso, his day is over, Brownie. So we'll come back to you shortly in terms of lap number and the placings.
Max tapped it down, but it only went to Ware. Picking the football up now was Connor Stone. Towards half forward, Toby Green. He had some space, there was no space, and gave it to Tom Green, who went from 48, slides it, and it's going to go wide, and a mark on the line.
He wants some confirmation here, the umpire.
It's Cadman who might have taken the mark. The umpire's going to confirm.
It looked over to me, but
I thought it looked good from my angle. The whole ball had
got to be across.
Yeah, and he doesn't fumble it. That should be a mark.
You got to mark it. Right up.
Is it a small fumble?
Nope.
Well, it's hard to tell from that angle because we're on like a...
That's a pointless angle, isn't it?
15-degree angle.
Yeah.
That's a better one. And the whole ball is not over. He wheel around on the left.
On the left. 4 crossing the back of the behind one. Decision on scoreboard.
So it's going to be a mark to Cadman.
Jeez, he wasn't confident. He was setting up in the zone.
No closer.
It's almost a gimme, this, for the modern-day player.
That's discipline.
No closer.
Setting up. So here's Cadman. He's a left footer,
2 metres around.
so that helps him.
He's got the old Beckham Adidas boots on too. One of the greatest boots ever made.
The Predator.
He's gone a little bit too far back.
Must be
for
in line
mine.
with the post. Yeah, stand.
Well, remains to be seen. He's got the Predators on where they
Just wait.
cover the knot on the laces. And I'm putting this one down. Goal to Cadman.
All clear.
2 to Cadman. And the Giants got their 4. 4-4-28. Melbourne 5-3-33. 5-point margin. Triple M Bunning Trade scoreboard.
Did you wear the Predators?
Yeah,
So did I.
they were
Best
great
boots.
Yeah, the addition they did with Beckham, the white boot, and they'd have to be a retro, or he's actually gone and purchased and sourced them because they haven't come out for a while.
No, they're back.
They're
I
back.
just bought Jude a pair.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
So they've done a rerun.
Yeah, he's a red.
Yep.
So they're back.
300 buckets.
Did you do a promotion with Beckham or something on a boat?
Did,
or
yeah.
I could
I went
picture...
to Sydney Harbour and spent the afternoon with him on a yacht, and then we kicked some balls from a pontoon. Both footy goals, rugby league sticks, and the soccer goals. I put one in the top right bin, and he was pretty happy with it, Steve.
Yes, there we go. So back to 5 points late in this
Top bit.
arm wrestle of the first half of footy.
Bend it like Daisy.
That's what he said. He didn't. No, he didn't. Not
Back in the middle for Donovan Ream, hot water. Petrarca again, so clean. Brilliant handball to Gorn, but he couldn't make it work. Stripped by Bedford. Kick towards half forward. Brown led Petty to the footy, but had a little fumble. 2 players go hard. Good work. And then Bowie cleans it up. Salem. There's the fastest man in the world again. Callum Brown just doing enough to affect the kick. Trent Rivers at half-back handball in ball. Lindsay, how many in his first half of AFL footy, Chew?
13 touches.
Good first half for Xavier Lindsay. Viney trying to protect the space to let it bounce, but couldn't keep it in. Right in front of interchange bench, right in front of the man, Robbo down there, the Mob JT Marks.
I think it's Daniels down at the top of the square. Came in, tried to shoulder in a contest. Came out second best. He's either winded or he's got something wrong with his rib cage, but he has been down for a long time. They're stopping the game now because they realise the injury to Daniels.
Yeah, it's either ribs or a hip pointer. He went in really hard in the contest.
I think it's ribs. He was down and rolling around.
Hit Tom McDonald's head.
Yeah.
He is limping, though, which would suggest it's more of a lower leg, so it's probably the hip.
Yeah, good shout, Stevie. He was in a fair bit of pain, and they do sting and they don't go away.
No.
That isn't something you just go and get a little bit of help downstairs. They hurt a lot.
So Daniels going to take a while to get off the ground here. Choice Hotels around the grounds, Ash.
So lap 38 of 57. Norris still leading the way, followed by Piastri and Verstappen. Just recapping, Fernando Alonso is out of the race.
Those clouds are pretty ominous out there, Robbo, at the moment. Looks very dark.
Yeah, it's with the lights on, we've got a bit of lightness, but thank goodness. No, what I'm saying is it's not that dark with the lights on now.
No, that's what lights do, Robbo.
I know that. It's like taking painkillers for pain, isn't it?
So boundary throwing on centre wing.
Lightness.
The old light meter out.
So if they turn the lights off, Robbo, you're saying it's going to get darker.
Absolutely.
So ball up.
Yeah. You kicked 4 before and again.
We had another ball up. Ball not going anywhere at the moment. Umpire elevates it into the dark air. Oh, Lindsay. Taking his legs out. The umpire has to pay that. Yes.
Just slow whistle as well. Considering the umpire
Really
was
slow. Lindsay's ball.
And that's the reason why that rule has come in. It wasn't intentional. It still clobbered him below the shins.
Oh, Lindsay's kick to Petty. Just got there.
That takes some confidence to be able to do that.
That kick.
Yep. Kick it into the middle of the
Yeah,
ground.
I know, yeah, that's fraught with danger.
In your first game.
Petty to a big pack. Bowie trying to do the crumbing. O'Halloran and Howes will chase this ball along the boundary line. O'Halloran tried to keep it in and got 15 metres. He shouldn't have just let it go out of bounds because he's been pinged for insufficient intent. So the free kick will be taken on the Shane Warne side wing by Bowie. Jake Bowie will kick towards the two baldies, Gorn and Johnson. Neither could Mark. Coming through Sharp, who's kicked the goal. Petrarca, who's been excellent in this quarter. And that handball was brilliant to Johnson, who fires away. He would have joined the gang of 3 newbies who have got a first goal in their first game for Melbourne. But he misses. 5-4-34 to the Giants, 4-4-28. Even 1 goal margin inside the final 4 minutes.
What his next case is, Stevie?
Yeah, not sure.
To the outer side, and the Giants have got some run and carried out. Callahan received it from Whitfield. He had 2 bounces, pumped it inside forward, looking for Green. Got out the back, Jones is dangerous. The bounce will be interesting here. The Demons through wins, he did okay. McDonald smothered off the boot by Toby Green. Keeps the ball in there. We'll have a ball in.
Callahan last week had, I think, around 600 metres game.
730, which was a PB for him.
What's he up to today? He's certainly carrying the footy.
He's at 355 metres gained, so on target to possibly break that record.
Giants forward half of the ground, boundary throw in, gone. Slapped at 10 metres. Tom Green tracked the ball to the boundary line. Handball back to Bedford. Bedford found some space, did well. Sets it up to the top of the square. The fastest man in the world, Brown, couldn't take it. But I tell you what, he was quick getting it back. Opportunity now, the Demons. Under pressure, Howe just gave it up. O'Halloran picked it up out of the pack. Canelio, he's got it. Back-to-back goals for the Giants. And it tightens up again. 5-4-34 apiece. Scores a level. Bunnings Trade scoreboard.
Just from a purely field point of view, I know the scores are level here, but it looks like the Giants are doing it a touch easier, moving it down the wing. They're getting better looks on goal. That one there ended up being a bit of a scrap, but they had a nice ball that was able to be changed the direction from that pocket to a good spot. Then when the D's are getting it, they're having to kick it long, and almost their first option is go longer to the contest rather than trying to pick the eyes out of it.
Robbo, Bob Jane Team Arts, what are you seeing with Brent Daniels?
Yeah, well, he's not here. He's down in the room, so he's had ice on that hip pointer. So well picked up, Stevie. So they are bad if you get a bad one. So he's down in the rooms. They're going to look at him at half-time and adjudicate that. So in a bit of pain, the little fella.
You can get a little bit of medical attention to them. You can put a
little cortisone in that pointer?
Yes. Not a cortisone, but
painkiller. Pain relief. Cortisone, pain relief, yeah.
Cortisone's more of a long term.
GWS.
I think
that's the one we're looking for. Thank you, Dale.
That's all right. I had it all the time. I just thought I'd
kick from Keith inside the centre circle. Toby Green was held. Held of the arm.
Hit pointer a few times myself. I know how painful they are. It takes it away, but tonight he is going to be very sore.
Clear free kick against Harrison Petty on Toby Green, who had the arm out to give himself some separation. Petty felt the pressure. And Toby's had a couple of shots at goal today. This one 25-30 metres out straight in front.
Let's see how close he gets to the man on the mark. If he learnt from that last one.
Close to the 50. It's into the 35. Got it. 2 for Toby. 2 for Petrarca. 2 for Cadman. And the Giants are back in front late in the half. They're 6-4-40. Melbourne 5-4-34. That's on the Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard.
Yeah, very, very even game of footy right at the moment. You just get the feeling that as this game wears on and in the second half, it's probably going to come down to which superstars from either team stand up. And we know Toby's had maximum impact so far with the touches that he's had. And at the other end of the ground, it's been Petrarca who's hit the scoreboard and looked dangerous coming out of stoppage. Max Gawn's obviously been probably the best player on the ground, so he's not going to get any smaller as the game wears on either.
So 3 goals in a row to the Giants. Before that, the Demons kicked 4 in a row, led by 11 points. It's now a 6-point lead to the Giants. Back in the middle. 2 minutes to go before three-quarter time. A goal either way here would be massive. Off the back step goes Whitfield. A barrel towards half forward. Chandler runs hard at it. He wants out of our bounds and he gets it.
Max Gawn's numbers, Truman.
Max Gawn.
White second quarter.
Max Gawn. Well, he's up 11 disposals, 3 clearances.
Rankings?
And rankings, number 1 ranked player. 21 hitouts, 9 of those to advantage, so just under 50%. That's incredibly high.
That's good numbers.
Yeah, going pretty well. There's another hit out to advantage. Petrarca, although Bedford was right there. Good enough to affect the kick. Still in the contest. Bedford comes away with it. Got it to O'Halloran. Snaps from 45 on the left boot. It's going to go close. Just faded late. Good effort. 6-5-41. Lead by 7 points. Melbourne 5-4, 34. Minute 32 remaining in the half.
This is where the D's have been very happy to go long to Max Gawn. Isolated him 50 metres away. Half forward flank. Just reliant on him to get it done against Keith.
Results earlier today, Chu?
Crows defeated the Saints by 63 points at Fogarty, 4 majors for the Adelaide.
Lockie Keith had it smothered by Petrarca, and the ball's out of bounds. So the Demons would hate to give up another one here. The ball's at half forward for the Giants. Boundary throw in. Keith to do the ruck work against Gawn. No Briggs today, concussion last week. Gawn and Keith. Gawn tried to take that one out of the ruck, eventually got the handball back to Oliver. Chandler fed one back. They've always got a +1 at the back of the pack, the Demons, and again they had it. Anderson got his ambitions mixed up with what he could do at 172 centimetres. And Lockie Ash chips the ball into the middle. It's dangerous for Petrarca.
His handball though missed Henderson, otherwise they were almost out. And now Josh Kelly, cool and calm from the Toyota logo on the wing. Inside 50, Fritsch has gone back behind the ball for the last minute. Takes the mark, and they'll try and turn defence into offence, although he splits 2 teammates with the kick. And it goes out in front of the members' stand. Pretty healthy crowd, the members. Most of them sitting in the second, third rows behind and underneath the shelter. No Stephen May for those joining us late. And out with a fractured larynx, we heard earlier today. Jack Billings the sub. Jesse Hogan will be back next week for the Giants. All up on the wing. 30 seconds left in the half. Still time for either side if they can get a clean clearance, so they both have an extra behind the ball. Himmelberg at one end, Fritsch at the other. Gawn tries to slap it into space. Chandler whacks it into space. Giants will be first onto it. Although he might have dived on it. The umpire gave the benefit of the doubt. The last 21 seconds.
Ball up on centre wing. Gawn worked his way through, couldn't quite get it. Almost socketed it to his own advantage, and now we'll have another ball up down to 14 seconds. So there's time for a clean takeaway, mark and goal, but I don't think we're going to get it as the ball tracks to the boundary line. With 8 seconds to go, we'll have another ball in.
Max, Lockie.
Quick Choice Hotels around the grounds, Ash.
Lap 42 of 57, Lando Norris still leading the way, followed by Piastri and Verstappen.
So Gawn and Keith again. Down to 6 seconds. The half-time scores will be 6-5-41. The Giants 5-4-34, the Demons. 7-point margin in favour of the Giants at the MCG. We'll be back to wrap this one up at half-time to tell you what's exactly happening. For McDonald's Remo Water, Triple M, Frogs Footy.
That quarter for Bunnings Trade. Load up on landscaping at Bunnings Trade.
For Ream Hot Water,
Triple M Rocks Footy.
built tough for Aussie conditions. When it comes to water heating, ask your plumber to install a Ream.
Go Harvey Norman for the hottest deals on the best brands in tech. Right now, up to 20% off Lenovo and Acer computers, like the Acer Aspire Go. Now below $348, save $150. Or save $230 on the Core i5 Acer Aspire Go, now $668. Get in quick and grab a bargain on powerful Lenovo IdeaPad with 16 gig RAM and 1 terabyte storage, now $998 while stocks last. Harvey Norman, best brand, best range, best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
Here we go! It's the Mitsubishi Motors factory clearance, and you're good to go with a $3,000 bonus on Trident models. Plus, score up to $2,000 in customer loyalty bonus. That's up to $5,000 off your driveway price, so you can go adventuring. All backed by Australia's first 10-year warranty with 10 years cap price servicing. You're good to go with Mitsubishi. T's and C's apply. Visit the Mitsubishi Motors website for details.
She thought it was true love. He looked at her. Handsome. Nice watch. Then he just started firing questions. How much do you earn? What are your assets? Why do you need my money? It was then she realised he was a bank. and would never understand her business. Red Z knows when you need a loan, you need someone that understands the self-employed. With love from Red Z. Speak to your broker or visit redz.com. Red Z. Backing those who back themselves. Australian credit licence 311128.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Cbus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong, long-term returns for after the final whistle. Cbus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TND to decide if Cbus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. Pocket even more savings at Bob Jane T-Marts. We've got Bridgestone free, Yokohama free, Kumo free. How? Simply buy 3 and the 4th tyres free. Get up to $150 instant cashback on selected Pirelli and Bridgestone tyres. Plus, receive an e-gift card up to $150 when you buy 4 selected BF Goodrich tyres. Give us a call or shop online today. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
Go Harvey Norman for the hottest deals on the best brands in tech. Right now, up to 20% off Lenovo and Acer computers, like the Acer Aspire Go, now below $348, save $150. Or save $230 on the Core i5 Acer Aspire Go, now $668. Get in quick and grab a bargain on powerful Lenovo IdeaPad with 16 gig RAM and 1TB storage, now $998 while stocks last. Harvey Norman, best brand, best range, best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
Here we go! It's the Mitsubishi Motors factory clearance, and you're good to go with a $3,000 bonus on Trident models. Plus, score up to $2,000 in customer loyalty bonus. That's up to $5,000 off your driveway price, so you can go adventuring. All backed by Australia's first 10-year warranty with 10 years cap price servicing. You're good to go with Mitsubishi. T's and C's apply. Visit the Mitsubishi Motors website for details.
Sport.
Uncover well-kept secrets with Listener's lineup of investigative podcasts. Download the free Listener app and search Uncover.
Hey there, it's Stephen Zoyce with you. The Crows have blitzed St Kilda at Adelaide Oval. The hosts jumping out of the blocks early and didn't look back, securing a 63-point win on their home deck.
Dying seconds of this game, and the Crows are massive winners here at the Adelaide Oval.
The Aussie Grand Prix is well and truly underway, and there's been absolute carnage early. Gold Coast native Jack Doohan, as well as Carlos Sainz, crashing out on the first lap. Red Bull rookie Isaac Hadjar also spinning out in the formation lap before official proceedings even began. And all is in readiness for Game 3 of the NBL Grand Final Series. Illawarra hosting Melbourne United this afternoon in Wollongong.
The most unbelievable stories you've never heard.
Are you serious?
Sports Bizarre.
I'm quite exhausted.
Download the Listener app to listen for free.
15 degrees at the MCG at half-time between the D's and Giants as Triple M rocks footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
This halftime break for Specsavers Audiology. Rediscover the joy of everyday sounds with a Specsavers hearing expert today.
The McDonald's and Marine Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy, half-time at the MCG. Melbourne trailing the Giants by 7 points. The Demons 5-4-34. Melbourne 6-5-41. Matthew Jefferson on debut for the D's kicked the goal inside the first 20 seconds and the Giants kicked the next 3. Jack Henderson also got his first goal on debut for Melbourne. Petrarca's kicked a couple. Cadman's kicked 2 and Toby Green has kicked 2 at half-time. I'm here with Stevie J and Ash Chua for the half-time break for Specsavers Audiology. Rediscover the joy of everyday sounds with a Specsavers hearing expert today. Ash Chua, what are the match stats first of all before we get into some individual stats?
Melbourne leading the inside 50s by +3, contested ball by +18. However, you look at the Giants, they had 7 out of the last 9 entries inside 50, Joey, and they were pretty efficient as well. They kicked 3 goals. 1, Finn Callahan, on the back of a career-high 730 metres gain last week, throwing 33 touches. He's had 340 and a half, coupled with 17 disposals. For the D's, the number 1 ranked player on the ground is Max Gawn, 13 disposals, 26 hit-outs, 10 to advantage. Xavier Lindsay, in game number 1 on debut, 14 touches, 100% efficiency along with 4 tackles. And the defenders for the D's and Lever and Petty, they've had 14 touches each, 14 intercepts combined and 5 intercept marks combined as well.
Here with Stevie J. What have you liked about, first of all, Melbourne's first half? Have you liked Harrison Petty back in defence?
I think Petty's been pretty good back there. He's taken a few intercept marks and repelled with some offence going back the other way. I think Gawn's been the standout player on the ground, giving his mids opportunity with his hit-outs, and not just his hit-outs to advantage, which is important. Petracca's had a really good first half, so the Melbourne fans would love seeing him back. He's had the 14 touches and kicked 2 goals, 2 really nice goals as well. Oliver's been a little bit quiet. He's had the 13 touches in the first half. So, yeah, there's some good signs there. It's an even game of footy, and it could go either way.
What about for the Giants? We've seen, particularly in that first quarter, they had to do a lot of defending in their back half, but when they get that run and handball game going, they're able to transition on counter-attack. Not so much in that second quarter. It was more a bit from, as Stu mentioned, a bit of sort of field position late in that half.
Yeah, that's right. We know that the Giants like to take the game on, and they will in the second half as well. We know that they run out games of footy reasonably well, and they'll be certainly talking about that at half-time, what they were able to do to Collingwood last week. And, backing their fitness levels in to cover the ground on this big MCG. I think Callaghan's been significant. We talk about every time he gets the footy, he goes forward. And Toby Green, he's only had the 8 disposals, but 6 score involvements and kicked 2 goals himself.
Chu, just around the grounds. First of all, the Grand Prix. What is happening there for those that are listening?
We've got another safety car out on the track as we speak, Joe. I think we're about at lap 48 or 58 as we speak, and Lando Norris still leading the way, Stevie?
Yeah, and Piastri has skidded out.
And it's Piastri. That is a body blow.
He skidded out, so he got told to come into the pits and change the tyres over because there was going to be some rain coming. And he said, no, I'm not coming, and half a lap later has skidded out.
So he's a lap behind everyone now is Piastri. So the standings are Norris leading the way still, followed by Verstappen and George Russell, Joey.
Wow, he's blown it. Well, that leads us to the Amy Clangers, the halftime segment. When clangers happen, it's lucky you're with Amy and Stevie J. This one's for you.
Ball's out of bounds. Coming flying in was Aidan Johnson. Could make a good bad guy in a movie. Aidan Johnson.
Kellen.
The moustache and
it's a shiny dome,
really
isn't it?
Great dome.
He looks like a detective. Detective Johnson.
That's the gold you get here at Triple M with Stevie J and Daisy Thomas. So earlier today it was the Adelaide Crows, big winners against St Kilda by 63 points, 21 goals, 9, 135. St Kilda 10-12, 72. One of the best players on the ground was Isaac Rankin, and he caught up with our very own Rhett Biglands.
What a star this man was today, Isaac Rankin. Congratulations on the victory. Be pretty happy pre-season's over and the real stuff's full bore.
Yeah, no, that's right. Good win on the board. Great way to start the season. Bit of reward for our pre-season, so we're all very happy.
Nixie spoke to us pre-game about your role and the rotation through the midfield, obviously getting more minutes there, but the impact up forward, your pressure acts up there were unbelievable.
Yeah, obviously got a lot of versatility within the group, so when the ball's around, we've got a lot of different players providing different things for us, so the pressure was great and great start.
Is that where you want to play? Isaac, do you want to play midfield, or? So I love your forward.
Yeah, obviously I want to be around the ball, but I do have that option to go forward and hopefully kick a few snags as well. Obviously, naturally born forward, but I'd like to get a little more midfield time and get the ball going forward.
Isaac, great game today, mate. It does look like you touched on a bit more depth and a bit more flexibility.
Yeah.
It does look like that the pressure's taken off you of having to be the main man all the time. Are you feeling like that you can just settle down a little bit yourself now and just, chime in the game when you have to and the other boys are stepping up around you?
Yeah, that's right. When Sid came on, I got pushed forward, so I didn't have to do too much in there, which is nice. So, like I said, got a lot of versatility, which is great for the roster.
And the change up through the middle of the ground, like you go back to last year, there's probably 4 or 5 players only that rotated through there. Today, I reckon there was 10 to 12 at different stages that went through the midfield, and there's just some real leg speed now and some X factor through there.
Yeah, that's right. Like you said, a lot of people going through there and all playing their role. So, if we can wax on, wax off, that'll be good for us in the future.
Wax on, wax off.
That's right.
Isaac, 21 goals, 9 is a great scoreline. Is that what we can expect this year, do you think? Is that the sort of footy that you're going to play?
Look, we're going to obviously come out firing and try to get the ball forward, and that was just, like I said, a reward for our effort, our pressure, game plan, and yeah, hopefully we can put up the numbers every week. But I doubt that'll happen. But we'll keep pressuring the other team and forcing the ball forward.
And mate, the new players, Neil Bullen, Peatling coming, obviously have been in the system for a while, come into the club. What impact have they had?
Yeah, obviously they've come over from different clubs, and it just shows, that they can come over and mature age players, have a bit of experience. So it's nice for them to be able to come sit right in the team and play a role for us. And they played exceptional today, and love watching.
Riley Thilthorpe, you look at his stats: 13 disposals, kicked 3 goals. But it's if you just look at that and don't watch the game, you go, oh, he's had an okay game. But his follow-up, his second, third, fourth efforts, it's like another small forward in that forward line. He's just so good defensively as well.
That's right. He's a big boy, and when he hits the deck, he's fast on it too. So by the end of the game, we just sort of kicking it to Riley, just kick it to Riley. So he brings a lot for us.
That, of course, was Isaac Rankin, one of the best players on the ground this afternoon in the Crows' big win against St Kilda. Well, it's half-time here at the MCG. It's the Giants leading Melbourne by 7 points. Second half, not far away.
That halftime break for Specsavers Audiology. Rediscover the joy of everyday sounds with a Specsavers hearing expert today.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's.
Triple M Rock Footy.
Joey, when the weather goes to extremes, your comfort shouldn't.
Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners Australia engineer and design their ducted systems for Australian conditions that you can trust.
Designed for multi-room heating and cooling, it delivers precise, effortless climate control to every corner of your home or office.
Now that's extreme comfort.
Put your trust in Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners Australia, the experts in air.
She thought it was true love. He looked at her. Handsome. Nice watch. Then he just started firing questions. How much do you earn? What are your assets? Why do you need my money? It was then she realised he was a bank and would never understand her business. Red Z knows when you need a loan, you need someone that understands the self-employed. With love from Red Z. Speak to your broker or visit redz.com. Red Z. Backing those who back themselves. Australian credit licence 311128.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Cbus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong long-term returns for after the final whistle. Cbus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TND to decide if Cbus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. Pocket even more savings at Bob Jane T-Marts. We've got Bridgestone free, Yokohama free, Kumho free. How? Simply buy 3 and the 4th tyres free. Get up to $150 instant cashback on selected Pirelli and Bridgestone tyres. Plus, receive an e-gift card up to $150 when you buy 4 selected BF Goodrich tyres. Give us a call or shop online today. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you. T's and C's apply.
Go Harvey Norman for the hottest deals on the best brands in tech. Right now, up to 20% off Lenovo and Acer computers, like the Acer Aspire Go. Now below $348, save $150. Or save $230 on the Core i5 Acer Aspire Go, now $668. Get in quick and grab a bargain on powerful Lenovo IdeaPad with 16 gig RAM and 1 terabyte storage, now $998 while stocks last. Harvey Norman, best brand, best range, best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
Here we go! It's the Mitsubishi Motors factory clearance, and you're good to go with a $3,000 bonus on Trident models. Plus, score up to $2,000 in customer loyalty bonus. That's up to $5,000 off your driveway price, so you can go adventuring. All backed by Australia's first 10-year warranty with 10 years cap price servicing. You're good to go with Mitsubishi. T's and C's apply. Visit the Mitsubishi Motors website for details.
She thought it was true love. He looked at her. Handsome. Nice watch. Then he just started firing questions. How much do you earn? What are your assets? Why do you need my money? It was then she realised he was a bank and would never understand her business. Red Z knows when you need a loan, you need someone that understands the self-employed. With love from Red Z. Speak to your broker or visit redz.com. Red Z. Backing those who back themselves. Australian credit licence 311128.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, It's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Cbus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong long-term returns for after the final whistle. Cbus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TND to decide if Cbus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for titanium caravans. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer with a luxurious titanium caravan. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
Not far away from kicking off the third quarter of the MCG, and it is the Giants who lead by 7 points. 6-5-41. The Demons are 5-4-34. The Giants, the last 3 goals of the first half, and it's a 7-point margin as the skies just clear up a little bit. It's been very wet here at the MCG as they go back to the back road of Ashtua. Just a little bit of an update for Choice Hotels around the ground.
We're into lap 51 of 57, Brownie. So Lando Norris leading the grid, followed by Verstappen and George Russell and Alex Albon. And just recapping, Oscar Piastri slid down to 13th, Stevie, as he slid the car out, and he's about a lap behind the majors.
Yep, he go with the orders of the boss.
The majors.
Yep. Stay on the track. Bob Jane Team Arts, buy 3, get 1 free plus instant cash back on Bridgestone, Yokohama, Kumo and Pirelli. Visit bobjane.com.au today. Robbo.
Well, Melbourne are out on the track just waiting for the Giants to come out. The interesting one, the wind's still gusting, Brownie. It's pretty difficult for players. It swirls all around, but I still reckon it's going down to that city end, so the ball will float with the breeze there. Daniels is the one, Brent Daniels, with that knock on his hip, the hip pointer, so he had that ice down on the bench. They would have had a look at that at half-time. As Stevie J said, when you get one of those and a bad one, they're pretty hard to get going after half-time, so it'd be really interesting as the Giants come out now. So if you can see the little number 16 running out, you'll be okay, but he's going to be a sore boy, that's for sure. He's out there.
The wee man's out there. He's running around, must have got some jungle juice in that hip from that great description we got from Stevie J in the back row about what was happening. But you've had the hip pointer jabbed a couple of times. How's he going to go in the second half, Stephen?
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. It'll get him through till the end of the game, Nath. But tonight, he'll be very sore and sorry for himself.
So the Demons, they kicked 4 goals in a row. Petrarca, 2 of those, led by 11 points. Then Cadman, Canelio and Green responded. Toby Green's kicked the 2 goals. But the performance of Petrarca, Dale Thomas, has been outstanding. He's had the full-on lockdown tag with Toby Bedford. We saw what Bedford did last week to Nick Dacos, but Petrarca has been outstanding.
It's fantastic to see, isn't it? There was a little bit of the unknown about how last year obviously ended and how much of an impact that was going to have, because that incident, as we all have seen, was absolutely horrific, and the story and the trauma that he talks about post that is certainly real. But you know, the work that he's done, he didn't go the best and fairest. It's been speculated and talked about a lot. He went away, he went to a Red Bull training camp, he got himself as fit as a fiddle. He looks strong and powerful, and that skill level from that first goal, he certainly hasn't lost it. So if the D's are going to continue to not be competitive but also go on and win this game, you'd imagine that he, Gawn and Oliver are all going to have a big say.
Looking for a luxurious, tough off-road caravan?
Yes.
Explore Australia like never before in a titanium caravan where rugged durability like myself meets premium comfort like Daisy. Australian made and 100% Australian owned, built for the toughest terrain with superior quality and the ultimate luxury. Make your next caravan a titanium caravan. So,
well done.
Thank you. It's a long read, that one, but they are bloody good caravans. Have you been inside the titanium?
I need to get a titanium caravan over summer to take the kids away.
Should we go in a titanium caravan?
Little road trip.
To gather round the Sunday Rub team.
Sunday Rub. Little road trip.
Well,
Ewan's told me I'm going.
Maybe we do, because
I'm coming over.
Hang on, this is big news.
I've heard someone butcher the reservations so we don't have the nice hotel this year. No, so the titanium might be the spot.
Are you coming, Stephen?
I'm coming.
Wow, watch out. Yeah. Watch out, South Australia.
Week off, not the bye. The big dogs invited me.
The new AFL McHappy Meal is here with 18 unique bag clips to collect. It's available 10:30am till midnight while stocks last for a limited time only. Third quarter about to get underway, MCG. Here's the best in the business, Nathan Brown.
So a little bit of blue sky above the Great Southern Stand. Bounce in the middle, Gawn and Keith. Gorn went after it. Petrarca was there, did well from Oliver. Viney, big names, got on the end of it. Now Windsor has a bounce. Windsor from 55. Have a look at the young man go. What a goal! Great start for the Demons. Backed himself with a bounce. And it's now a 1-point ball game on the titanium Caravan scoreboard.
That's a crisp start. Love the fact when he got a hold of it, he looked up, saw some space, cut back inboard, and then just put the head down. He ran a long way before that first bounce, buried it into the slippery turf, looked up, took some more ground, and then just banged it home from 50. That is a class goal. And really well done from the detective down there on the goal line too, who provided on the Harvey Norman replay a bloody good shepherd.
Just glided from half back to half forward, Caleb Windsor. But there's big news down there, Robbo. Bob Jane T-Marks.
There is, and Daniels is gone. So he lined up, went out, they've tested it, and unfortunately hasn't made it. So I reckon they're going to make the sub. He's sitting in the back seat there. So, yep, I reckon that they've made the sub. So that hit collector, that hit pointer, hasn't come up after half-time.
He was no good, Stevie. He was no good.
The juice should work.
Oh, well, not everyone's as tough as you, Stevie. Bob Jane T-Marks, buy 3, get 1 free, plus instant cash back. As Melbourne win another set of clearance. Petrarca to Sparrow. That reminds me of the grand final back in 2021. They get the goal. 2 in a row. Demons in front.
Let's go again. Set up by Max.
7-4-46. Giants 6-5-41, and they have kicked 2 in 33 seconds to start the third term.
Very similar to the grand final, Joey.
It was, wasn't it? Petrarca to Sparrow, spun off one step. Is that right?
We'll watch the Harvey Norman replay here, but yeah, you're right, Nate. I think this is set up from a Max Gorn hit out once again. Petrarca first onto the ball, some clean hands, and Sparrow just lined him up.
Tell you what's good for your man, Maxi Gorn, Brownie. Scores from centre bounce. Melbourne 4-2 to the GWS Giants, 1 straight.
He's playing well, Max Gorn, up against standing ruckman today, Lockie Keefe, the journeyman. And Petrarca, we've got our answer. We're asking before the game, is he too big to be tagged by Bedford, who's a slight player? And here they go again. Viney, handballs it forward. Sparrow, Petrarca, 55, Mung gets it inside forward 50. And now the Giants, they need to defend, and they do quite nicely, but that'll be insufficient attempt for Petrarca. What are his numbers? The umpire's going to throw it in.
He's an equal leading ball winner on the ground with 17 disposals, 2 goals and 7 score involvements.
Robbo.
So it's official, Daniels is gone. So the sub is Gruszewski. So he's coming on. So Daniels hasn't made it with that hit.
Bob Jane T-Marks.
Throw in. Gorn, what can he do? He's really getting a hold of this game. He's going to get the free kick. Has he got the leg from here, Daisy?
No.
Stevie, has he got the leg from here?
No, he doesn't, but could he? I don't know if Matt knows that.
Shoeman, has he got the leg from here?
No, he hasn't.
Okay. That's definitive. Man on the mark, 52 metres out. Gorney thinks he does.
He points at the goals.
He's pointed at the goals.
It's a bit of deception, I reckon.
He said, don't you underestimate me, boys.
He put the ball behind his back.
Yeah. Here is a little set play.
I reckon that's a set play.
Oliver.
All right.
Oliver.
All right. He's going very slow. He does his little hop, skiff and shuffle. Then he wheels it, shanks it to the top of the square. Big fist. Bowie, good crumb. Snap. Finish. Goal. 3 in 90 seconds for Melbourne.
Jones the same touch.
He's adamant it was touch. It'll be a soft review as the ball goes back to the middle. For the time being, the goal will stand. Jake Lever is telling everyone it's touch. Stop doing that, Jake. You're giving it away.
But also, good intent to set up defensively.
Actually, Bowie said it was touch too.
So it'll probably come back then.
So do they have to 6-6-6? Is that what they're doing?
Well, they're not setting up, are they?
Yeah. I don't think so. No. I haven't heard anything yet. Wait till we hear the time now.
So they're going to set the field because it wasn't actually reviewed. So it's going to be a soft review on the way back. So that's why everyone's making their way to position. And then if the umpire hears something, whistle will go and they go down and set up.
They all think it's tough.
It's really hard to see from that view.
They were adamant though, the Giants players.
Well,
going to bounce here.
Bowie himself actually put his hand saying it was touched. So Have a look at Bowie. Have a look at the smile on his face. He reckons he's got away with a massive one here. We're going to bounce the ball. That's extraordinary. When the player who kicked the goal said it was touched himself, and they haven't reviewed it back in the middle, and the Demons kicked the first 3 goals the third term, and we'll have a ball up in the middle.
Lockie, don't engage. Hold the meter.
11-point margin, 52 plays, 41. Into the middle of the ground. Now Green for the Giants. Pushes one forward.
Pushing the back, Melbourne. Pushing the back.
He's pushing the back for a kick to the Demons.
Pay the mark.
Jake Lieber. Been running that Mustaka for a long time. He's played well today.
Petrarca having a spell forward.
Lindsay.
Short to Viney. Is back of the wing. So Melbourne, 3 goals inside the first 2 minutes. Lead by 11 points. Rob, what are the conditions like down there now? They look like they've really dried up.
Absolutely. Lights on, but blue sky. So that's pleasing because we've just been inundated with rain and also dark clouds. So this is nice down here.
Yeah. Clouds are part of the blue skies, dry. Good second half of footy we expect. Oliver kicks it in the Gawn and Petrarca direction. Petrarca just lost sight of it and held Buckley, who quickly goes inboard to Whitfield. Whitfield's numbers, Red Zed Lenders.
Lockie Whitfield, 15 disposals.
Across to Whitfield and now to Connor Iden, who's got some time to run. Goes to Callum Brown and can't keep it in out of bounds.
Fast enough. Around the grounds.
Yep.
And it is all over in the Formula One. Lando Norris has finished first, followed by Max Verstappen, and George Russell also hits the podium, finishing third.
Max Gawn takes it out of the ruck. Fitted off Langdon, Viney. Viney, darting ball, went straight back to the Giants, though. Wasn't his best kick. Jones fisted it on. Coming through was Windsor. Probably could have got a free kick, Windsor. Umpire didn't pick it out. Ward, he was tackled well. Langdon went back. Ward again, picked it up, 55 out, pumps it in. Side the arc. Fisted away at the front of the pack. Bowie. He's accosted by a few. He'll have a ball up. 11-point lead to the Demons.
First time the Giants are going to see the ball and get an opportunity to lock it in their half. Got the +1 very deep in Taylor.
Toby Green's lurking, so is Bedford and Canelio. He's already kicked one. Bowie. High ball, standing start. Clears the defensive 50. Petrarca weighted down, couldn't take it cleanly. Tom Green, sharp handball. Kelly keeps it low. Speared it, but only as far as Jake Bowie again, who's chopped it off. Had a pretty good afternoon.
13 disposals, 92% by foot and that major.
Short to Ed Langdon. We'll have to see his heat map. Ed Langdon. Like every touch has been hugging that boundary line so far. Shane Warne stand side. Kicks down the line. Van Rooyen hasn't had much of it. Flies. Taylor won the possession. Tom Green. Handball to Whitfield. Now Himmelberg, who tries to squeeze a kick. It's a great one. Opens up the whole field for Bedford. Has Green running past. It's Whitfield, in fact. Short to Tom Green now. Shrugs the tackle. Aiden Johnson, the detective, got him. Effected the kick. Canelio with some body work. Too crafty for Bowie. And then snaps his second. That's some class and experience from Canelio. He's got 2. Giants get their first of the second half. They go 7-5-47. Trailing Melbourne 8-4-52. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer with a luxurious Titanium Caravan. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
What are Himmelberg's numbers, Ash?
9 disposals, Brownie. 4 marks.
I think I'd called him a lot. Been very quiet so far. Van Rooyen?
Van Rooyen, just the one handball.
He's the lift. So Triple M Harvey Norman replay. Just a nice bit of body work by Canelio, as Joey called. Used his hip to perfection. Kicked his second. Is back to 5 points. Where are we headed to after this, Ash?
Optus Stadium, Brownie. It's the Eagles taking on the Suns. 6-10.
Suns looking for an away win to start the season off right. Back in the middle, Max Gawn tries a fresh area out of the pack, but he couldn't quite get it. Bouncing ball towards half forward. The Giants have responded most times today. Green, good handball. Kelly found space. Left foot, long ball inside forward 50. Toby Green sets himself and marks. Read it better than anybody else.
Really good grab there. We know that that's one of his special traits. great at ground level, but equally as good in the air. He was jumping for a lot of marks last week, and he looks like he's back to his best in the early part of this season. An opportunity to kick his third.
As Stevie said, kick 2 already. They've all been from about 30 metres out. This one on a 45-degree angle. The player of his ability will eat these up. Toby Green to the punt road end, and he's hooked it badly.
What did he do, Daisy?
Got ridiculously close to the man on the mark. Almost had to kick it around his hands, because if he kicked it straight, it would have been smothered.
Daisy's been all over that like Detective Johnson today.
Very good. Triple M Seabus Super special comment. Seabus Super making hard work pay off since 1984. As the boy said, Daisy saw it right from his first set shot. And he's got 2 goals too. Toby Green should have 4. Lever towards Van Rooyen. Oh, that's a mismatch. Taylor outmarks him. What's that match-up, Two-Man? Van Rooyen and Taylor?
Yeah, Sam Taylor's his 3rd intercept mark, 8 disposals. Van Rooyen just the 1 handball.
Switch the ball back around. Here's Himmelberg at centre-half back. Time and space to go to Buckley. Keith's trying to draw out Gawn. Connor Stone works hard, gets it short. And there's not much movement inside 50.
Max Gawn wasn't so dominant in the ruck. You could almost put Van Rooyen in there for a bit.
Stone drives it in deep. There's a hole.
Melbourne, Tom McDonald.
It's going to go back to Tom McDonald. Toby Green can't believe it. Take a look at that Harvey Norman replay. He didn't see it off the ball. It was...
Wasn't a whole lot in there.
A heller in it. Well, Grzyzewski's actually on the sub. So, Jim, has there been a sub, mate?
Yes, there has.
Brent Daniels, of course.
Yep.
Well done, Joey.
Sparrow, Lindsay. Grzyzewski's come on for him, and he takes a mark. How many for Lindsay?
Xavier Lindsay, Joey, he's picked up 15 disposals, 100% efficiency.
Stees is a left footer to the lead of Max Gawn, who's in front of Keith and takes a nice mark on centre wing.
Been very good. Been very good. You declared him early on.
So's Lindsay on debut. He's been probably the most impressive first gamer for Melbourne for mine.
Goes long down the line. Jefferson couldn't take it with him. And the ball now is out of bounds on the full. Free kick. I'm not sure whose side it's going to. The Giants are claiming it. The Demons think it might have come off somebody else.
It should be a boundary throw-in.
I reckon it might have come off Himmelberg in the end. And I think it's going to go to the Demons. Free kick will go to Harry Sharp.
Smart from young Lindsay, though. He's a left footer. He raced over to try and get the free kick. Unfortunately, Sharpie was a touch closer.
It looked like it was a buck ball. Yeah.
Here's Sharpie.
He'll kick this, Brownie.
Daisy's declared it. Up against the fence. Sharp, right foot. Top of the square, not going to be a goal. And it's fisted through. The rush behind.
He kicked it.
It was right.
53 plays 48.
It's been weird to handball.
Where are we going after this, Ash?
Off the stadium, Joey. Eagles taking on the Suns at 6:10.
Nasty, that 30 seconds ago.
Sorry.
The sub they made.
Sorry, Fritsch. I've done what you normally do, Brownie. Subconsciously heard it and then followed up with it. Rivers, 60 out. Windsor, already got one. Breaks the tackle. Try to scoot around the body. Brown, Iden, Van Rooyen. First kick for the day. That's a kick off the ground for a goal. And Melbourne get their 4th for the quarter. They're 9-5-59. Giants 7-6-48. Back out to an 11-point lead. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
That's the way to get yourself involved. Just got to keep showing up to contests. And on that occasion, it did land out the back amongst a few of them, but he was good enough. First to react, foot on from the goal line. Nice goal. And these are the ones we spoke about a little bit in that first quarter, second quarter. The longer this game goes, these easy ones that you just get from nothing may just be the difference. So well done to the D's. This third quarter's been absolutely owned by them.
It's been a few soccer goals today. Wouldn't mind knowing how many of the goals have been kicked off the ground.
Interesting that Petrarca's just had a rest for 6 or 7 minutes. Bedford didn't go off, played midfield the whole time. Now a fresh Petrarca comes back on. So an 11-point lead to the Demons. 12 minutes to go in this third term. 59 plays 48. Choice Hotels around the grounds. Just repeat the score from Albert Park.
score from Albert Park. The Lando Norris.
How many goals?
Lando Norris won Brownie, followed by Verstappen and George Russell, thanks to Choice Hotels.
George Russell. George Russell.
Is it George Russell?
Peter Russell Clark. So in the middle of the ground is Callahan. A quiet quarter this one.
Stand! Stand!
Himmelberg.
Play on.
Himmelberg goes wide. Mark taken by Lockie Whitfield.
Outside 5. Play on.
Called to play on. Whitfield centres the football. Johnson couldn't mark it. Ground level, he went back and got it though. Handballed outside defensive 50. Here's Anderson. And he's tackled to the outer side like a boundary throw-in.
Doing a pretty good job here, Melbourne. 5 new players, 3 debutants. 5 out there today. Harvey Langford still the sub, hasn't been used yet, but Lindsay's been excellent. Jefferson kicked the first goal. Johnson and Jack Henderson have all kicked goals. And they lead by 11 points. Working hard there is Johnson. Kicks it off the ground, gets good territory. Jefferson. Buckley did enough, got it to Taylor. This is at halfback. Himmelberg had a fumble. Van Rooyen now got a little bit of confidence. Jefferson's got him. Crowd getting into it. Turnover. Oliver. Sparrow. Giants, though, always apply good pressure. Good handball again from Van Rooyen. Now they're out. Chandler out the back. Taylor, though, read it. Couldn't get a fist to it. It'll spill to French, who couldn't quite get boot the ball. Chandler wants to get on his left. Well done, Giants. They scrambled hard to get that ball out of bounds. It looked like Melbourne were away a couple of times. They'll have it thrown in right next to the behind post.
He may have had a fresh area there, Sam Taylor, but the ground that he covered just to make a contest and get across there, 30 metres he left his man in space from. Always dangerous, but great cover defence.
Gordon having a rest. Johnson and Callum Brown doing the ruck work. Cowley got the handball out to Callum Ward. He clears the defensive 50. Petty's in the box seat. O'Halloran had courage, stood under it. Petty got the hand in, wins it back. Kick smothered. Great work there from Jacob Ware. And the run down from Sharp.
He not that far.
He didn't know he was there.
He's on the treadmill, Steve. He nailed the fastest man in the world. What does that make Harry Sharp?
He is not that fast, Steve.
He is, Nate. He just didn't know that Sharp was behind him.
It was a bit sharper.
He was too sharp, the texter. He's kicked one. He just had a shot a few moments ago. The former Brisbane Lion. Been very impressive over the pre-season.
It's a big kick if he gets
There's a pull kick on here if he wants it to the left.
We're not sure if he's got the range.
Pull it.
He's going to try his luck from 52. He didn't really ever look confident. He kicked that out of bounds on the full. You're right, Steve. Explain what you saw to the people listening.
Well, Langdon was out in space. He probably had 25 metres of space. What a really, experienced player would do in a good team is see it, deceive the opposition that you can have a shot and pull the kick late.
This is nice by the Giants. The transfer is a play to the outer side. It was a set play, but eventually the Demons' pressure was good, and that was from Jefferson. And the ball's out of bounds on Settlewing on the outer side.
What did we go with the under-over for crowd?
15. Most went unders.
Yeah. They're making a bit of noise too. The side putting up a very good showing so far. Callum Brown, not so fast.
Anderson on the end of it. Forward handball, Petrarca. He missed Bowie. Bowie slipped over. You can't do that when Jones is around. He's too quick. Probably quicker than Brown. Coming through was Oliver. Did well. Fritz sort of sidestepped it. And now Callahan. Handball was good. But tackling pressure from the Demons is outstanding. Lever wants to hold this footy up, and he does.
It's gone up a notch this game.
Yeah, energy's good.
Yeah, intensity. It was a close game to half-time, but there wasn't a whole lot happening. Seems like both sides have lifted, and that ball is now rather contested.
We'll get some numbers off you in a moment, Stu. What's happening in this third quarter? Giants win the clearance. Kick it to centre half forward. Ground ball. Who wants to win it? Tom McDonald goes and gets it. Lever. Sparrow. Got all the answers at the moment, Melbourne. Short kick wide to Salem, not 15, so he has to go back to Bowie and lateral to Chandler. And they've got some numbers free. Chandler can pick the right option. Oliver and Petrarca. And instead he tried to kick it off the back foot And it went out of bounds, and he cramps, it looks like, as he's kicked it.
The old injury. The old fake injury post the stuff up.
Clayton Oliver comes for a spell. Jack Viney will go into the stoppage. Two-man, the Red Jet Lenders this third quarter.
Well, Melbourne, they're winning the territory battle, 9 inside 50 to 7, but they've kicked 4 goals, 1 in Callahan. 17 touches in the first half, just 2 in this turn.
Viney, who just came straight on from the bench. Good mark. Sparrow running with the flight of the ball.
Sparrow's numbers.
Tom Sparrow for Triple M Red Z Lending Stats has picked up 13 touches, 4 tackles and a goal.
That was really buying yourself time. Sparrow will kick this ball into the pocket. Sam Taylor's in this contest. Himmelberg, the fly from Jefferson. And Melbourne have a lot of numbers. Stolen by Johnson. Oh, he kicks the goal. He's no longer the detective, he's the thief. He just pinched it out of the Giants' opponent's hands and kicks the goal. His first in AFL footy. All his Werribee teammates are loving it. And they extend their lead out to 17 points, I should say. Good quarter from Melbourne. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard, 10-5-65, Giants 7-6-48.
Provided good effort and energy, if nothing else today. He's had a real crack, and then that one there. We need to wait and see the Harvey Norman replay, because it looked like the Giants had it hold up. It was going to be a ball up. And just emerged from the other side of that pack, kick the snag.
Yeah, Joey called it beautifully. That's how they've created a lot of their opportunities today. Get it in long, provide a contest. And if the Giants get their hands on it, pressure. And on that occasion, Johnson pickpocketed Buckley and just whipped it on the boot. Just sailed inside left goalpost.
5 goals to 1 in favour of the Demons. Max Gorn back on the ground in the middle of it. Petrarca, left foot forward, but only as far as the Giants, who set up nicely. This is a dangerous kick in the middle. Really dangerous. It's in under Sparrow. Sparrow. He's got the detective forward. Johnson, the only opportunity. Wasn't a great kick from Sparrow. It was like he tried to kick it to the Giants. I know he didn't, but looked like he did.
Horrible lead, though. The man who just kicked the goal, he had the whole open side to come up into, just went back towards goal. Poor timing.
Lindsay in a one-on-one with Callum Ward. Try that in your first game. And he does really well, Xavier Lindsay. He dragged it back in, and Callum Ward didn't lock the youngster. Getting the better of him, one-upping him. And he's got another kick, Xavier Lindsay, two-man Red Z Lending.
16 disposals, Joey, and that's tackle number 5.
And he's the only player playing his first game for Melbourne that hasn't kicked the goal. The other 4 boys have. Harvey Langford still the sub. Inside 50, Himmelberg. Green. Whitfield under pressure. Step back and got it to Tom Green again. Buckley. Melbourne have got some real energy, as Dale Thomas told us a few moments ago. They're swarming. Here's Callahan, who wants to tuck it under the arm and run. That's what he does, Stevie J, doesn't he?
A lot of metres gained.
And he finds a player in space. It's a good one too for Jacob Ware.
Ware on the outer side. Chips the left footer to Toby Green near the point of the square. Bounces off Langdon. Wants to go. The umpire calls him to now. Brilliant kick inside forward 50 in the lead from Cornelio, who's been good forward. Already kicked 2 today.
Oh, sorry. Well, it was nice patience. I love that Toby got it. He was trying to milk some sort of advantage to either roll and go. Langton did okay, was asked to stop. But he just stood there, Toby. Patience, faced the game, and that's the key. And then just got a nice little tick lead.
Stay clear.
The greatest effort there from Bowie again defensively on Cornelio.
Cornelio playing exclusively as a forward, the former midfielder. 48 out, kick on the way. He too got close to the man on the mark, and it's out of bounds on the foot. So a free kick to the meat eater.
Outside
Tom
5.
McDonald in the back pocket. Eats 3 kilos of meat a day. It's a lot.
That can't be true.
There was an article in the paper. He said, I'm putting away 3 kilos of meat a day.
This is about 5 years ago, the article.
3 kilos a day.
That was 5 years ago.
It still happened.
3 kilos a day.
Play on.
It's the meat eater.
Ball bouncing around.
So if he has breakfast, lunch and dinner, he's at kilo.
He's having a
big T-bone.
That's a big T-bone.
Couple of tomahawks.
End zone.
Callahan, point of the square, inside 50. Cadman, quiet lever, been excellent. There he is, the meat eater. Lindsay kicks it outside defensive 50. Bounces for Himmelberg. Got it to Ash. There's a free kick for the advantage to be paid. It's a good one too. Callahan. He's got some grass. He's got the wheels. He can wheel to his left. He can go. Oh, he didn't want to go for home. He took too long. He had to kick that. Had to back himself in. Instead, he gave it to Toby Green. He always backs himself in. Kick to the goal line. And Melbourne diffused the situation. Whack it through from behind. 5 goal to 1 quarter in favour of the D's. 7-7-49 Giants. Melbourne 10-5-65. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
It's a team-first mindset, and you've got to admire the bloke for trying to lower the eyes and be unselfish. But once you look twice and you get to the point of 50 where he can clearly cover that, the responsibility then turns to you. That's your teammate saying, yes, you need to be kicking the goal here. Have yourself a shot. In the end, he ran himself right into a pickle.
So Salem has the ball in the back pocket. 4 minutes 46 to go in this third term that's been owned by the Demons. 5 goals to 1. A long ball outside defensive 50. Petrarca's handball was quick. Viney did a good job just to sock it off the ground, but unfortunately there was only Giants back there. In the middle of the ground goes Ash. Ash has got Ward wide. He looked to go to him, but that was shut down.
Yours, handball.
Unsure at the moment, the Giants, so they just dump one along inside forward 50. Over the back is Cadman. Front of the pack was where handball. Canelio's kicked 2, and now he's kicked 3. That was a little bit easy for the Giants in the end. The pressure was good in the midfield, but Canelio, with his third, brings the margin back to 10 points.
Very similar to the way Melbourne's kicked a lot of their goals. Just sort of something out of nothing. Got the ball in. Cadman was good enough to bring the ball to ground. And then Keith, I think it was, with the left-hand handball, which set Caniglio up. That was very nice.
And 15 out of the 18 goals combined have come from general play. Only 2 from a mark and 1 from a free kick.
Good stat, man. Ash Stewart, Red Jet Lending, loans for the self-employed, REDZED.com. Melbourne by 10, 4 minutes to go in the third term. Canelio has kicked both the Giants' goals this quarter. In fact, he's kicked 3 of the last 4 for the Giants. Back in the middle, McDonald's and Ream Hotwater. Triple M rocks footy. Oliver tapped it to himself and then got the handball to Viney. Off one step, high ball, 40 metres out. Buckley went the double fister, didn't clear the area. Lurking is Jack Henderson. Umpire's going to ball it up. Gawn and Keith will drift down. Umpire will throw it up. 35 metres out, almost straight in front of the Melbourne goal. Gawn gets it back himself. Handballs Petrarca. Another clean pick-up at his shoelaces. Kick to a one-on-one. It's Johnson and Iden. Iden and Johnson. Another ball up.
Unfortunately there for Keith, it was one of the rare hit-out wins that he's had, and it went straight to Max Gawn.
Gawn might try and grab this one out of the ruck.
So Gawn and Keith go again. Where? Quick kick out of the pack. Gets outside defensive kick. That's a great mark by Jones against Langdon. The smaller man read it best. And we can test the mark down the line. It just relieves pressure. And the kick is good. Ware kept running. Wants to go onto his left, and he does. Hugs the boundary line. Moves the ball quickly to half forward, but only as far as Tom Petty.
He's been outstanding in that back line. I know it was out of necessity last year to play more as a forward, but he looks a lot more comfortable and a lot more suited reading that footy coming in than coming up at it as a forward.
50-50 ball in the wing. Darcy Jones wins out. Ware tried to tap it into the path of Green. Only as far as Salem, who was then legged. So Salem will get the ball back. Robbo, Bob James, Marts.
Sub's been made. So Harvey Langford gets his chance to number 19, and Blake Howe sitting back on the pine. So a lot of instruction for the young kid from Choco Williams. Has been chewing his ear off for about 15 minutes. So let's see how he goes. And it's starting to rain again.
How heavy, Robbo?
Yeah, it's going to get heavy, I reckon.
Gawn, big contested mark. Yeah, those clouds, dark clouds, have come back over the MCG. Gawn into the pocket, looking for Petrarca. Aiden Johnson, handball over the top. They're charging from everywhere. Viney's kick was smothered on the line by Bedford, who saved a certain goal like a goalkeeper. And we'll have it thrown up 3 metres out from the Demons' goal. They're pressing. They lead by 10 points late in this third quarter, after trailing by 7 at the half. Keith and Gawn. Gawn won the hit out again. Petrarca just goes in low and hard. Tries to kick it over the shoulder. Went straight up in the air. Viney, he tries the same. Keith now wants to just get it out of there, and it's a good clearing kick, and it's a one-on-one with the two smallest men in the AFL.
Bowie wanted to keep it in. Does he? Yes. Underground ball, but the umpire said no. That's out of bounds. What's happening down there, Robbo?
How's the rain and the wind? Wow, it's just turned on us.
What's it doing, Robbo?
It's pissing down. No, seriously, it's got really heavy and gusting big time.
It is absolutely raining cats and dogs here at the MCG. Boundary throw in. 1 minute 49 to go before three-quarter time. The Demons are pressing. Bailey Fritz. Handball went out the back. Cornelio up at half-back. He's kicked 3. Oliver, not 15. Buckley stood underneath it. Did well. Viney let the tackle go. Green over the top. Whitfield. Whitfield at half-back. Kicks a grubber along the ground and as far as Salem. Salem pumps one back inside forward 50. It's a high ball. Drop down there. Here's Johnson, the detective. He couldn't take it. They're sliding in and out everywhere as Lockie Keith. Eases one back out defensive 50, and the Demons are going to go in again. Just pumping the ball back. Gawn was there. Gawn picked it up. Shoveled it out. The big fella goes again. Brilliant stuff by Max. Handball out. Jones. Petrarca. High ball from Petrarca. Does it bounce? No, it doesn't. Through for one behind. It's an 11-point margin. 66 plays 55.
Robbo, is that you in a green overcoat?
Help. There he's in. Look at the courage of Ryan.
He's the only one left.
Help. I've got the whole beta myself.
Everyone has disappeared except Robbo.
I am in the shallow end of a bloody swimming pool. This is ridiculous.
Tough as nails, Robbo.
Fearless. No more fridge stroking down there, Robbo.
Spiritual leader, Mickey Roberts. Melbourne might get one more opportunity, although the ball goes out of bounds. 40 seconds left in the quarter. Throw in. 80 around from the Demons' goal. It is heavy. It is bucketing down to the MCG.
Robbo is the only one left, though. Every other
is. Look at him.
Boundary rider down there is left. Robbo, just give us the nod with the microphone.
That's why we are number one at Triple M. We take no shortcuts.
Is that electricity safe with Robbo?
I don't know about that. The microphone he's holding up.
Just HR's just rung Robbo. Take it easy.
Started zapping that microphone. Whitfield dropped by Taylor, so there'll be a throw in. 27 seconds left in the quarter. 50 metres around from the Melbourne goal. Can Gawn produce some magic here? Otherwise, Melbourne will take an 11-point lead. A 2-goal lead into the fourth quarter in these conditions is about a 5-goal lead normally. Tom Green, handball back to Whitfield, hits it, and that will be insufficient intent, so last opportunity for Melbourne. It'll be Petty, who's going to try and drive it in. Gets to about 40 out. Gawn can mark it if he's got sticky mitts. Fritsch tries to create something. Chance for Lindsay. He's the only first gamer not to get a goal yet, but time might beat them. Buckley got the hands on the footy. Unless they pay insufficient intent, which they have. Oh, that is so stiff.
It's Oliver.
And he's going to be Clayton Oliver.
No, he's had to hand it over.
No, it's going to be Van Rooyen.
This would be huge, Joey.
Had the siren gone before the ball had crossed the line?
That's an interesting
The
point.
decision had been made. I don't think the ball had crossed the line. So.
The decision can't be made until the ball crosses the line. So Van Rooyen's going to go with a drop punt. He's going to have to kick a drop punt outside the boundary line in teeming rain. And anticlimactic, no score. So that's it, three-quarter time. Melbourne, they had a 5-goal-2 third quarter. They lead by 11 points. Big final term coming up for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy.
That quarter, the Titanium Caravans. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer with a luxurious Titanium Caravan. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
For McDonald's,
Triple M rocks footy.
The new AFL Happy Meal is here with 18 unique bag clips to collect. Available 10:30am to midnight while stocks last for a limited time only.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. Pocket even more savings at Bob Jane T-Marts. We've got Bridgestone free, Yokohama free, Kumo free. How? Simply buy 3 and the 4th tyres free. Get up to $150 instant cashback on selected Pirelli and Bridgestone tyres. Plus receive an e-gift card up to $150 when you buy 4 selected BF Goodrich tyres. Give us a call or shop online today. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
Go Harvey Norman for the hottest deals on the best brands in tech. Right now, up to 20% off Lenovo and Acer computers, like the Acer Aspire Go, now below $348, save $150. Or save $230 on the Core i5 Acer Aspire Go, now $668. Get in quick and grab a bargain on powerful Lenovo IdeaPad with 16 gig RAM and 1 terabyte storage, now $998 while stocks last. Harvey Norman, best brand, best range, best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
Here we go! It's the Mitsubishi Motors factory clearance, and you're good to go with a $3,000 bonus on Trident models. Plus, score up to $2,000 in customer loyalty bonus. That's up to $5,000 off your driveway price, so you can go adventuring. All backed by Australia's first 10-year warranty with 10 years cap price servicing. You're good to go with Mitsubishi. T's and C's apply. Visit the Mitsubishi Motors website for details.
She thought it was true love. He looked at her. Handsome. Nice watch. Then he just started firing questions. How much do you earn? What are your assets? Why do you need my money? It was then she realised he was a bank and would never understand her business. Red Z knows when you need a loan, you need someone that understands the self-employed. With love from Red Z. Speak to your broker or visit redz.com. Red Z. Backing those who back themselves. Australian credit licence 311128.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Now, it's finally time to put your feet up and watch your team work hard to bring home the win. Cbus Super is on your team too, working hard to provide strong, long-term returns for after the final whistle. Cbus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TND to decide if Cbus is right for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. Pocket even more savings at Bob Jane T-Marts. We've got Bridgestone free, Yokohama free, Kumo free. How? Simply buy 3 and the 4th tyres free. Get up to $150 instant cashback on selected Pirelli and Bridgestone tyres. Plus receive an e-gift card up to $150 when you buy 4 selected BF Goodrich tyres. Give us a call or shop online today. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
Go Harvey Norman for the hottest deals on the best brands in tech. Right now, up to 20% off Lenovo and Acer computers, like the Acer Aspire Go, now below $348, save $150. Or save $230 on the Core i5 Acer Aspire Go, now $668. Get in quick and grab a bargain on powerful Lenovo IdeaPad with 16 gig RAM and 1 terabyte storage, now $998 while stocks last. Harvey Norman, best brand, best range, best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M Rock Footy. This quarter for Beacon Trade. Tradies, big jobs, small jobs, tough jobs. Beacon Trade's got the lighting, fans and electrical to get it done. Join up at beacontrade.com.au.
5 goals to 2, third quarter in favour of the Demons, and set up a nice lead by 11 points, 10-6-66. The Giants are 8-7-55. Heavy rain for the best part. The last 10 minutes of that quarter, but the Demons 5 goals to 2 is head to the back row. Ash, what are the stats telling us?
Scores from centre bounce, Melbourne 4-2, Giants 1-1. Demons kicked 2 straight from centre bounce clearances in that term, and Christian Petrarca 23 disposals, 8 score involvements and a couple of goals for the Giants, 22 to Callaghan, along with 475 metres gained.
Robbo, boundary.
Just doing the Irish jig for Jimmy Steins, just to keep warm. Where did that squall come from? It was gusting, sideways winds, bloody rain everywhere, heavy rain. So it's wet weather footy now. Survival of the fittest down here, so big last quarter for both sides.
Stevie, Daisy.
Toby Green's gone into the centre bounce to start this last quarter. They'll keep coming, the Giants.
It's going to be hard and tough, isn't it? It's wet weather footy, as Robbo just said, and you just got to be low and hard in the contest, bodyline the ball. A little bit extra time over it to make sure you take it in. But territory's going to be huge in this last quarter. Whoever wins the territory battle and can lock it in, you'd imagine that it's going to be putting a lot of pressure on and taking the most and making the most of those opportunities, sets up for a cracker.
And the Melbourne debutant who started as sub, Harvey Langford, will be in the first centre bounce of this final quarter. The McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy, Demons by 11, Tom Green to Callahan to Toby Green. So they all get involved. They win the centre clearance. Kick goes inside 50. Big spoil, Lever. Just tried a little toe poke, but keeps it live. O'Halloran overran it. Canelio and Lever go at each other. Tackle, ball up. 40 out from the Giants' goal. Kicking to the right of the broadcast.
Yeah, no point having a couple of blokes flying in the air in these conditions. Make sure you stay at ground level, get some good balance around every contest.
Keith and Gawn. Gawn gets the fish, tries to clear the area, goes out of bounds. So the throw in.
So wet conditions, territory battle important, as I said, which has allowed the Giants here. They've got Buckley 70 metres off the ball as a spare. Gives them the opportunity to apply maximum pressure. If they pick it out, it'll be coming back in.
The Demons started the third quarter so well with 2 very quick goals. The Giants looking to do the same here. Whitfield. Going to get a free kick for a trip.
Thank you.
It is strange that their spare would sit so far behind the ball, though, Dale. I'd prefer to have him one kick from where the stoppage is.
Into the pocket, straight back to the Demons. Who released the area. Anderson, the smallest man out there, sits underneath it. Did an okay job. Bedford, his handball was very good to Tom Green, who hooked one back all the way to the goal line, and they get the first one. So the Giants, with the last 2 goals of the game, claw within 5 points, 9-7-61. The Demons 10-6-66.
Repeat entries. It makes defenders nervous. The midfielders have to make sure when the ball comes out, they don't go before acceptances and actually defend as that ball comes back in. No reason why the defender, and there's the explanation, nobody coming out, Harvey Norman replay. Green good enough just to track the ball.
That's a fair finish too. He had pressure on his back. He got the handball when he was on the 50. He only had a couple of seconds to straighten up as much as he possibly could, and he's kicked a banana on the run.
Good strike, wasn't it? Tom Green, first game back for the season from that calf injury.
You know what I love? The goal line of the that's by Chelsea, is that right? Roffey?
Yep, didn't call the review.
Yeah, was in the perfect spot, made the perfect call and didn't even worry about a review. And it was probably close enough to see others do it.
Secondary stoppage inside the centre square. Melbourne hold on to a 5-point lead. Salem, quick little kick, didn't go the required distance. Lindsay couldn't take it cleanly. Canelio was kicked free. Callahan been good. Darcy Jones with his speed is going to be first there. Decides not to pick it up. Kicks it off the ground. Took territory. Cadman was clean. Great handball to Toby Green. Lever was there. Did enough to slow him down. Although they've still got the ball here. O'Halloran decided to ignore Darcy Jones. Go alone. Brown, who couldn't catch anything last week, dropped it. Kelly, snap. Out of bounds on the full. Disappointing from such a talented player. Had a good opportunity there, Josh Kelly. But the Giants are coming early. They trail by 5 points. Early stages, fourth quarter.
That's a big miss. Left side, only 15 metres out.
Ed Langdon, a long ball. Callahan taps it to himself and then in the path of Whitfield. It looks like he might have hurt his elbow, Whitfield. Top one late as he rolled down.
He's not happy.
Lucky for a kick.
Yeah, tried to play the ball, mate. The umpire believed it was kicking in danger in the end. That's what the free kick was for.
Just keep an eye on Callum Brown in this last quarter, Brownie, in these conditions.
Probably fair enough it was kicking in danger.
Kick inside forward 50. Big pack of players. The Demons don't want to give up 2 goals in a row here to start the last quarter. That's high and out of bounds on the full. Free kick goes to Lever.
Darcy Jones, plenty of it. Excitement and activity in there too at the minute, Stevie. He looks like somebody who could have a say. And again, his repeat entries, the Smalls are going to get their opportunities on this slippery night.
Rain stops again at the MCG. Just for the moment, the clouds have cleared.
Inside 50s, Truman.
In this quarter 5, zip Giants way.
So, Lever brings it back in. Gawn's underneath it, fisted out. He'll have a boundary throw on the outer side. 66 plays 61. Early stages last quarter. The Giants kicked the last 2 goals. The Demons lead by 5 points on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Tradies, big jobs, small jobs, tough jobs. Beacon Trade's got lighting, fans, electrical. To get the job done, join beacontrade.com.au.
Stevie, Bedford still going to Petrarca.
He is. He's been convincingly beaten today, though. And Petrarca's pushed forward.
Melbourne, there he is, Petrarca, trying to win this clearance. Just a scrambled ball on the wing. Tom Green loves to throw it on the boot. Get some territory. Callum Brown in front. Leak around the body. Cadman and Tom McDonald. Darcy Jones lurking. Tom McDonald's got to be careful. Salem picks it up. Kicks it back to where it came from at Whitfield. Standing there, takes the mark 60 metres from home. Congested forward line. So just kicks it to the hot spot. All the flyers are there. Some of the smart ones stay down at ground level. That includes Canelio and O'Halloran, whose kick only goes as far as Jake Lever, and Toby Green was slightly late. And he's given away the 50-metre penalty. Jake Lever's numbers, two-man intercepts.
His 20 disposals, 10 intercepts, Joey, and 4 intercept marks.
He found the debutant, Harvey Langford, who gives it to his mate, the other debutant, Lindsay, who's used the ball so well. He went to Aidan Johnson, who lost his balance. And now Harvey Langford, kick comes back out to him. Couldn't take it on the half volley. There's another debutant, Henderson. So they've done so well today, Melbourne. 5 players playing their first game of AFL footy. Caleb Windsor gets it in the middle. Callum Brown had speed but couldn't lay a tackle. Kick goes towards Jefferson. The kick from Windsor was a beauty. And Jefferson, who's hardly been sighted since kicking the first goal of the game inside the first 20 seconds, can kick his second goal at an important stage of the game.
Well, he's not the biggest bloke there, Windsor, but just momentum. He knew contact was coming twice, broke both the tackles, and then just the presence of mind just to put a little dinky kick in for Jefferson. Jefferson forward.
Jefferson crosses the 50.
Oh.
It wasn't ideal, but it'll work. Matthew Jefferson's got 2. Another debutant, and they have all put their best foot forward. And they have been a big reason why Melbourne lead by 11 points. 11-6-72. Giants 9-7-61. That's on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Who doesn't love Jefferson forward?
Well, big moment there from the young kid in his first game. But I reckon the Giants will be disappointed with Toby on that occasion. It was the classic make him earn it down back, and we're in a game where territory is important. He gave away the 50, which then gave Melbourne field position to go inside 50, but equally to set up well behind the ball defensively, and that's how they won the ball back, went back inside 50, and is good enough to finish.
Gawn looks like he's hurt in the middle of the ground. Keep an eye on Gawn, but the mark taken by Bowie at centre half back. So Bowie has got Rivers wide. He goes there, he's still at half back, Rivers. Rivers points long, and then he goes short for Petrarca.
Seem to really relax that not 15 rule.
Petrarca from half back to half forward. Looks for Max Gawn, and he'll get a free kick. It's about how many free kicks
he's given away at least 4 or 5 to Gawn, I reckon.
Yeah, Max Gawn, that's free kick number 4.
He's been a colossus today. Gawn chips one up, looking for Van Rooyen. Got underneath a little bit far. Petrarca couldn't take it with him. Now Green's handball is good. Tom Green sits it out in front of Cadman. Big ball coming up with McDonald. Couldn't take it. Cadman did well.
And they're streaming forward, some of these Giant smalls. Callaghan continues to run. This time he will go for home from 52. He took responsibility, and a few of his teammates flap their arms and say maybe that was the time to pass it off. It's back to 10 points. 62 plays 72. 14 minutes remaining. Fourth quarter.
Maybe should have had a look. There was 2 blokes. You had O'Halloran and Jones.
Jones was the one that was on.
Well, yeah, once it got to the left footer, all he had to do was shape that way, which he did. But instead of hitting him, he pinned the ears back and had a ping.
Triple M Seabus Super special comments. Dale Thomas, Stevie J. Seabus Super making hard work pay off since 1984. Big ball. Oliver shoveled it out. to Harvey Langford. Kick looking for Fritsch. Nudge Buckley under it. It was fair, the umpire said. Himmelberg had a fumble. Fritsch tries to apply some heat. Handball from Himmelberg. Made it hard for Callahan. Himmelberg got it again for a third time.
Downfield free kick, GWS.
Downfield.
And then a free kick downfield against, might have been Clayton Oliver, was it?
It's Cadman's ball. Watch Toby sprint forward when Cadman gets it.
He does, he gets it, Stevie. And he gets it from 52. And he wants to take responsibility. He flushed it, he thought it was home. And it's hit the post, three-quarter high. Unlucky. That was a big kick, wasn't it? 9-9-63, the Giants. Still trailing by 9 points, 11-6-72. Plenty of time left. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
There's a heap of time left at the MCG.
He was halfway through the celebration there, Toby. He was ready to go. Absolutely flushed it.
13 and a half minutes to go. Salem puts the left boot into it and goes long, looking for Gawn. And Gawn gets it out of bounds. They're still at half forward for the Giants. Bravo, Bob Jones team.
If you do nail those kicks, definitely win going down to that city end. Real advantage. So you just saw with Green's kick that made it easy.
Bob Jones team marked by 3, get 1 free. Instant cash back. Bridgestone, Yokohama, Kumo, Pirelli. Visit bobjane.com.au today as we'll have another ball up. Still at half forward. Major ball winners, Ash.
31 disposals to Lockie Whitfield, 27 to Green and a goal. Callahan 26 and Salem with 27 for the Demons.
Tom Green from a standing start puts it back inside forward 50. The Demons having to defend a lot in the early stages of this last term, and the ball's out of bounds.
Just going to say those youngsters, Joey, on debut. So Lindsay 20 touches, 85% efficiency. Henderson 10 and a goal. Jefferson 5 and 2 majors. Johnson 5 and also a major. And Sharp 8 disposals, 1 goal, 1. Langford just a couple coming on as a sub.
They all had influence. The tap down to Toby Green. Throws it on the left boot. It'll go across the face of goal. Ruzhevsky couldn't win out. Petty did well. Tom McDonald's kick didn't go far enough. Kept alive. Now Jacob Ware on his favoured left boot. 45 out along the boundary line. Had a crack. Kept it skinny side. They're peppering away here, the Giants. They've just owned the last 6 or 7 minutes. But they can't put it on the scoreboard. 9-10-64. They trail Melbourne. 11-6-72. 12 and a half minutes left. Final quarter.
Long kick out looking for Van Rooyen. Luck's a fortune for the Demons. It got out the back, but that's not a great kick, but it beats everybody. Fritcher, unsighted today. What can you do, Bailey? He gives it Petrarca, who crosses the 50, gives it back. Viney didn't quite sum it up the way he probably should have. He had other players going, and he's put it out of bounds on the full. It's a big chance there for the Demons, and here's Himmelbush, as Duck used to call him. Goes the long one. Petty will fist it. Van Rooyen, 1-2, not paid. Squeezes a handball out. Picked up by Sharp. Did nicely. Found some space. Here's the Fritcher. Couldn't mark it. Callahan at the front of the pack. Gives it to Josh.
They're away here.
Yeah, this is where they're dangerous. They counter punch off half back. Can he get to Grzyzewski on the full? Couldn't quite. Bowie liked his game. Tom McDonald's handball got to Clayton Oliver. Here's Caleb Windsor, the smooth mover from half-back. Kicks it into space in the pockets. It'll go out of bounds. Not the worst result for Melbourne.
Nah, great result. Great result for Melbourne. Get that field position. They can set up well behind the footy. If they're good enough to kick a stoppage goal, that's a bonus. But kill as much time down in their forward line as they possibly can. Next goal, obviously crucial.
Gawn's in the ruck. Viney, Fritsch, Sparrow, all lurking. They try and flick it over the back. There's Gawn, but Giants were there to read it. It was Toby Green. Salem, little dinky kick. Sharp couldn't take the mark. Connor Iden gets that ball out of bounds. So 60 metres around from the Melbourne goal. 11:25 left in the fourth quarter. It's Melbourne leading by 8 points. And after leading by 11 at three-quarter time. 1 goal apiece. Around the grounds, man. The NBL Game 3 finals. Illawarra Hawks, Melbourne United.
Illawarra Hawks leading 16 to Melbourne United 15.
Who's on pole in that one?
Sorry?
Who's on pole position in that one? 1-1.
The Giants at half-back. They go wide to Himmelberg. Himmelberg to the outer wing, looking for Toby Bedford. The tag's been dropped on Petrarca. Bowie laid a tackle. Picking it up was Stone. He's up against the boundary line. Bowie did well. And he got him out of bounds and a boundary throw-in. Right underneath the Shane Warne logo.
Going to have to declare a new ruckman both sides here because they're coming from a long way away.
So as you said, Daisy, the ruckman are pushing all the way. The fastest man in the world and Johnson. Johnson got there quicker.
Detective.
Quick kick inside forward 50. Going back with the flight was Bailey Fritsch. Picked up by Henderson. Over the top of the square. Chance for the Demons, but it falls to Ward. Ward handball back. To Callaghan. Callaghan gives it to Kelly. Back to Callaghan. And they'll run.
They look the two most likely, don't they? Kelly and Callaghan, they're running hard. Giants are out again. Cadman's got a ton of space on this wing. Leak.
Go to Toby.
And Gruszewski are working really hard. Instead, he pops it over to Toby Green. Stevie Johnson all over it. Toby will run in from 40. Kick his third. He puts him on his back as Toby Green. Great transition from the Giants. It started with their stars, Kelly and Canelio in the back 50. Callaghan, I should say, finished with Green. And halfway through this last quarter, it's a 2-point margin. 10-10-70. Melbourne 11-6-72. Toby Green's got 4.
Well, you saw it, Stevie. But then the execution, just to pull it over the top there. A little dinky kick. It was good vision from Cadman breaking down this wing. He had a lot of options longer, but you saw it and so did he, which is a credit to him and his footy brain.
Yeah, he could have gone for the player that was bursting out, but that player that was bursting out towards the pocket had someone on him, so it's a really hard kick to execute and hit, whereas he was able to take the time and let the play unfold, and Toby made space. He was obviously working really hard back towards goal, but he had that deft touch. It started with Callaghan in the back pocket, though.
So both clubs with unrecognised ruckmen at the moment. Aiden Johnson and Brown, they go at it. Johnson did well, but Brown came in and took it away from him. Handball to Tom Green. Tom Green with a left footer. Inside forward 50. And a good saving mark by the meat eater, 3 kilos a day. Tommy McDonald.
Play on. McDonald. Long down the line. Gordon's having a spell on the bench. Van Rooyen comes a long way up, gets it out of bounds.
In this quarter, Joey, Toby Green 8 disposals, 3 score involvements in a major, and Callaghan, he's racked up 7 as well.
Yeah, if I'm the Giants here, I'm sending 1 extra up around the ball just to make sure you do give yourself every chance to win the territory battle.
Melbourne that have the extra at the stoppage, but it's a free kick against Aiden Johnson. So this is the risk having a first gamer in the ruck. Free kick. Callum Brown, 70 out. Toby's working. Petrarca's on him. High ball. Cadman will fly. There is Toby Green. Wraps up. Jake Bowie. Ball up. Robbo got the crowd numbers. What do we see?
Yeah, we said at the start, we teased the start 15,000 plus 23,278, Joey.
Good crowd number in the end. And they've enjoyed what they're seeing from their Demons. Callum Brown again grabs it out of the ruck. So this is a bit of a threat at the moment for the Giants. High ball towards the wing. 50-50 contest. Whitfield. Tom Green's been good. So's Ware. Whitfield. Peels on his left. Goes wide. Looking for Cadman. Went too wide. Out of bounds. 70 around from the Giants' goal. They trail by 2 points, but they're coming hard. 70 plays 72.
You said 3 kilos of meat, Nate?
Yeah.
According to ChatGPT, eating 3 kilograms of meat a day is generally not considered safe for most people. It exceeds the recommended daily intake of protein and can put excessive strain on your kidneys and other organs over time.
Tom McDonald's not no ordinary man. He's a big human. He stands about 6'6", 100 kilos of him. I don't think ChatGPT knew about him. He said it. So the ball's on the outer side. Sparrow to Viney. Dangerous kick into the middle. This could go anywhere. The Demons at the front of it. Bailey Fritsch. Left foot goes wide. It's a bouncing ball and it's a race. Ward up against Henderson. Now it's the other young man, Lindsay. Lindsay did a good job. Bouncing ball. Giants got the numbers. Coming through with Sharp though to pick it up. And they tie it up. 30 metres out from the Demons' goal. They badly love one here. They lead by 2 points.
Johnson's still in the ruck against Brown. Gawn having a well-earned rest. He's going to come on in a moment. Van Rooyen got it out to Sparrow. His kick smothered. Well done, Whitfield. Still a live ball, though. Umpire lets them play. Petrarca wrapped up by Tom Green. Ball up.
That was Langford there too. Unlucky not to get a free kick.
Umpire elevates it. Johnson. Fritsch. Sharp picked it up. He was tackled by Jones. Ball jarred free. And they clear the ball. Petty needs to be careful here, and he's wrapped up in the middle, holds the ball up. And it's still a 2-point lead to Melbourne.
Can you clarify something, please, Joey?
Tom McDonald's article about it. I probably go through 3 to 4 kilograms of steak a week. A week. Another day. Back in the middle, ball up to Calvin Brown. Just a little bit of mayo.
JTBT was right.
Geez, Melbourne need to get Gawn back on the ground, don't they?
Yes, they do, Steve.
He's been off for a few minutes now. And this game is right in the balance, and you're right. Giants are getting on top around the stoppages.
Cullen Brown just pops it up where all the flyers are. It'll stay down at ground level. Leak trying to be first back there. Lever's right on his hammer. Gets it out of bounds. So 7 minutes 11 left on the clock. Giants trail by 2 points. They've had the better of the play for the last 8 to 10 minutes while Max Gawn has been sitting on the bench.
He's been off for 7 minutes, Joey.
They can't get him on. They've all sat back down. The Melbourne players all got up to go on, but the play's on the other pocket. We need to get these clearance numbers while he's been off. Tom Green got involved twice. Screws it to the top of the square. Lever wraps up Leak again. Chew, what have the last sort of 5 or 6 clearances been? Or give us something.
Coinciding with Gawn being off the ground, the Giants have won 5 out of the past 7 clearances.
Good start. Up with first crackworthy.
So the ball just ping-ponging around at the moment. Quick kick comes out of the pack and pushing it through for a rush behind was Petty. Now it's a 1-point ball game. 6 minutes 44 to go. The Demons 11-6-72. The Giants 10-11-71. The Beacon Trade scoreboard. And Bowie do the kicking in.
The good news for Max Gawn is it looks like the ball is going to be kicked out this side. They've overloaded, which means it is the bench side. He's been standing up and then sitting down. They just cannot get a rotation.
Salem kicks it back to these two makeshift ruckmen. Lindsay, clever little tap back. He got nailed for it. He'll get the free kick. Here's an opportunity to get some subs to get the rotations going. It's going to be Jefferson who'll come off, and Maxi Gawn will come back on and drift forward.
There's no one to go on for Lockie Keefe though, so Max Gawn pretty much on his own at the moment.
They now yell at Cullen Brown to go stand next to Gawn. Rivers and Oliver will come back on fresh as well. So Melbourne get some of their guns back onto the field for the last 6.5 minutes. That's how you like it.
Brown's just going to lock down Gawn's body and allow Himmelberg to come over the top.
Max Levy for pace.
Here's Xavier Lindsay. He'll kick it to Gawn and Brown. Oh, Brown nudged him under the footy, but Himmelberg then got the fist in. On the wing, Oliver, who's fresh. Petrarca's been brilliant on his return. High ball, Johnson and Himmelberg. Oh, it's an extravagant fly from Himmelberg, but it might be costly. He missed the footy. Fritsch goes over the top. Van Rooyen has to be courageous. Coming the other way, Connor Stone. And he turns him inside out. Then slipped over. And then Taylor throws it on the boot. Himmelberg's had another fumble. Clayton Oliver wrapped up by Buckley. Nervy moments. Ball up, top of the 50. Gawn will now do the ruck work. They lead by 1.5 minutes and a half to go.
Keeps just rotated as well. Oh, he's waited for him, the umpire. That's very kind.
A few half chances the Demons in this last quarter haven't been able to capitalise. Viney head over it. Quick kick forward. Max Gawn. Thought it was a mark, but the umpire said no, it was a bump ball. Max can't believe it.
Told him not 15, not the bump ball.
Umpire elevates it quickly. Max on the tap. Going to get a free kick this time, though. And this is Max Gawn range.
This is his spot.
He's right on the 50.
He's Beirut. He's pointed and just walked.
I'm not sure about it. It's a wet footy.
He'll run around.
It's a wet footy. He'll pull it.
Nah. It'll go through.
This will be close high.
This is vote-worthy. This is vote-worthy. If Max Gawn bangs this home from 55,
7.
The Demons will be up by 7. In he comes. We've seen him do it before, and we've seen him spray him everywhere.
Play on.
He sets this one up. It's a long kick. It's not going to be a goal. He didn't quite wind up the way he used to.
His arc. Yeah, where was the big arc?
He let everybody down.
Don't go with that straight line stuff.
2-point lead.
Be a good day for an arc too with this weather.
Lockie Ash in the back pocket. Now under 5 minutes left. It's just been a 2-goal-to-1 quarter in favour of the Giants. They led by 5 at quarter time. They led by 7 at the half, and then Melbourne, big third quarter, led by 11. And they're holding on to a 2-point lead. Callum Ward, the veteran, puts the boot into it, kicks it as far as he can. Lever, been awesome. Back to his very best. Umpire decided it was not 15 before he even kicked it. And it was play on, it was finding. Now it's a loose ball in the wing. If the Giants win this, they could be away. And they can't. And the umpire let them go. And it's going to be a ball up right on centre wing. 4 minutes on the clock. Melbourne lead by 2 points.
Probably wasn't a play from Lever either. 4 minutes on the clock. Get it long down the line. Take the territory.
Toby Green, another clearance. He's tried his guts out this fourth quarter. Windsor and Bedford. Chandler. And now the ball. Oh, it doesn't trickle out of bounds. Stays in. And a kick will work from Chandler, and it finds Jack Henderson.
Lux of fortune. Henderson looks up. They're streaming back. And they look tired, the players, and he just gets back over his mark and takes his time. Well done, young man. Didn't rush it.
Good composure. The crowd goes up, you take a mark. Especially in your first game, you feel the energy and the urge to go forward, but he's patient.
He found Oliver, who chips it inside forward 50. Van Rooyen's at the front of the pack. Lockie Keefe, quick handball. Callahan's been everywhere in this last quarter. Fed it to Stone. This is how they did it last time. He's going to have a bounce. Big chase by Petrarca. Put pressure on him. Oh, the 3-kilo meat eater gets in the way. He had steak for breakfast. Tom McDonald, he's looking for Fritsch. He done bugger all day, Fritsch. Good use of the body. Up against Kelly at the moment. Big work by Lindsay. Again, Kelly goes in. Fritsch put his body over the line. Could have got a free kick. Umpire then eventually gives it. Well done, Fritcher.
Well done from
2 minutes 40.
That chase through the middle of the ground there. He was head down, full tilt for the best part of 30 metres and just got a hand in. That's why the stake man was able to intercept.
So Fritsch will go into the pocket for Aiden Johnson, who's taken the mark. 1-on-1 on Himmelberg. And this will be the moment of his career. MCG Sunday afternoon. To almost seal victory in his first AFL game. The Werribee Premiership player. 23,000 in the MCG will feel like 40 if he can put this one through from 45. Across the face.
Watch out, set up the middle of the ground, D's. They're going to attack it.
Minute 48 on the clock. Melbourne by 3 points. And it's going to be Whitfield who'll do the kicking in.
It's a dangerous point. It's a dangerous spot to give the Giants the ball. 148. Whitfield to the commentary side. And he absolutely mungs a kick straight to Josh Kelly.
Well done.
Now they're into the middle of the ground. Callahan, big clash coming up. Did well, 50-50 ball. Got it out. They're on the run. Ward inside forward 50. And they've done it again all the way inside 50 to Lockie Keefe.
That was unbelievable. Jones got the ball. He thought he was going to go boundary and just through instinct and knowing it needed to go corridor, and then Callahan's effort too. It was a 50-50. As an old coach of mine said, there's no such thing as 50-50s. Somebody always wants it more than the other, and it was Callahan on that occasion.
Lockie Keefe, in the finals last year, sprayed a couple of important balls late. He's 45 out, 45 degree angle, kick on the way. It's a beautiful looking kick by Lockie Keefe. It's a goal to the Giants and they're in front. 77 plays 74. And end-to-end stuff from the Giants. Have done it multiple times today. And they come up with the goods again.
Well, it's going to be an important centre bounce now. I think Gawn will be concocting a plan here with his midfielders. They'll be looking to hit one on the outside, get either Oliver or Petrarca on the move.
Petrarca's going forward here, so they are running some sort of set play, but it's not with him in the middle.
This is interesting. Melbourne's midfielders aren't in the centre bounce yet. They're all standing outside the centre square. I wonder if they were maybe intentionally looking for a 6-6 infringement
so they get
to get it thrown up.
I'm thrown up from this
They
side.
have.
Yep.
That was interesting.
He's going to throw it up anyway, I think the umpire said then. I've thrown it up all day.
Oh, that was just to have a conversation at half-back and not in the centre circle. He'll be thrown up anyway. 53 seconds to go. The Giants now lead. Gawn tried to slap it forward. Then had to go get his own ball and he overran it. Toby Green's been enormous in this fourth quarter and he's kicked a torp 55, 60 metres out of bounds. That was absolutely perfect. And now Melbourne have to go the length of the field with 40 seconds left.
That kick was incredible.
Got behind the ball. They've got to go end to end here, and they've got 40 seconds.
So the boundary throw in, Gordon Keefe, been at it all day. Gawn flips it over the back. Coming hard was Henderson, couldn't take it with him. The Giants just need to take some time off the clock here. It's a high ball. Quick handball, looking for Salem. Salem, a little bit of a shove. Ball still in the defensive end for the Giants. Windsor can run, has a bounce, got it forward. Henderson tackled. Ball jarred free.
Hope you enjoyed the game. And now the footy's finished. Let's take you back to your regular radio station.